We're live again. What's going on, everybody? It's Tuesday. Yes. There it is, man. Gosh, I like that.
Me too.
Get you going, doesn't it? Welcome, everybody. It's Tuesday again. I love it.
Tuesdays come fast, my man.
I say that every week, but you know, that's okay.
But I look forward to it. I really do.
Well, yeah. I mean, why not? We've gotten the hang. You know, getting the hang of this thing a little bit, just a little
Say
bit.
that. Those are famous last words, Todd. Just
well, if you remember when we first started doing this, how many times did either my camera went off, your microphone wasn't on, we got kicked off for copyright infringement? You know, I mean, there was a whole mess of problems early on. We, knock on wood, maybe iron those kinks out.
We're getting there. I think that's it. You got to practice a little bit and see what happens. And we're
yeah. So tonight, we don't have any guests. Last few weeks we've had guests, and
yep. It's been fun. We had
I know.
Tyler last week was great.
Oh, it was awesome.
So if you haven't, if you want to do a replay of a good episode, Tyler's just hysterical. And the funny thing is, I think he toned it down just a bit.
Totally.
Because honestly, he
totally did.
He's funny as they get.
He's great.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've had Big George before that, and Steve Jones from Oliver Brewing, and it's just us now. Nobody else tonight. That's us and our viewers. We got some people in the chat already.
That's okay. Every now and then we're gonna bring on some surprise guests, and every now and then it's just gonna be the two of us, Todd. It's just the
way it should be, right, Andy?
Getting back to basics, right?
I guess we've got Eclipse Brewing all the way out in Seattle. Awesome. I've seen Eclipse. First of all, he's great on Instagram, and he sent out a ton of his home brews, which I almost call professional brews. To tell you the truth, the system he's on, all over YouTube. I mean, really Instagram, and people are just digging his beers. I mean, he sent it out to a lot of YouTubers and Instagram people, and I mean, rightfully so. Good job there. It's a really good job with his beers and getting his word out. That's really, really cool.
He's awesome. And I can't wait to go out and visit your brewery one day. We'll do a video.
You should see what his setup, man. It's pretty amazing.
It's impressive. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Robot Scott, we will get to him later. Man, what a nice guy. I tell you, I got a Robot Scott story for you later.
Wait till when you told me?
Well, no, it's kind of like that, but it's actually very nice. So
okay.
He's a good man, and welcome. Glad you're here. Craft Beer Pours or Craft Beer Reviews. Finish the glasses with us.
Right.
What's going on?
Another great new channel we hooked up with.
Awesome that you're with us. Chris, what's going on, man? Good to see you.
Bearded Bearman. I saw him drinking a whiskey, smoking a stogie. The other, I guess it was last week. I said, you gotta at least check out our live stream and then come on later, maybe whatever you're drinking.
Yeah,
he seems to be a whiskey aficionado. I mean, he's a great home brewer and beer reviewer, but I think he likes that whiskey too, Andy.
That's awesome, man. Well, you've come to the right place. We've talked to Chris before too. He's awesome.
Oh, yeah, he's been on before.
Special place in my heart. He sent me Def Leppard beers, so he will forever be one of. I'm indebted to him forever. So.
That is true. That's a good point.
And two handsome gents. Well, at least one, and there's Todd.
Yeah, I shined up today. Though. Look at that.
Yep, and Monica says hi Tide and hi Andy. I'm assuming you're Tide.
I've been called worse.
And but that's awesome. She'll be jumping on soon.
So
fantastic.
Yeah. So everybody that stays on with us through this whole thing, we have fun at the end of this stream. So we not only have fun at the end, but then we kick it over to Monica's channel for like sort of a post stream, and it gets even wilder there. So stay tuned.
It's the after show. So
the after show. That's the word I'm looking for. There you go. There you go.
So it's the party after the party. So yeah, Wednesdays feel terrible, but
yeah, I tell you, especially when your kids get up really early, it's like, oh gosh.
But 1070.
I had 1070. There we go.
Good to see you.
I got to get him some beers. I promised him beers. I got a lot of people to send beers to. Jeez, don't worry, people. I will get him. I'm this week. Some are going out, so Andy's giving me some beer. I've got some beer.
gave Todd some goodies today. Sent out a few people.
Monica's yours will be going out, I think, tomorrow. So stay tuned. Dickie's dad will be getting some. I got to get some to 1070. We got some people down in Georgia, so we got beer coming from everywhere, Andy. Jeez.
Yeah, no worries. And then Monica asked us if little brother's here tonight. He is not. He is traveling
What's
again.
with Tony?
He called me from a bar in Denver, so he's getting back to I guess living in the real world while the rest of us are in quarantine. So he's out traveling again.
God bless him and safe travels. We miss him. It's kind of weird. It's been a few weeks we haven't had him around. Everybody, look, somebody's asking for him. Jeez.
He'll be back on soon. Scott said, "Sorry, I upset your son tonight."
Oh
so
no,
this wasn't the story. This is not what the story was. It's funny that he says this. So Scott came to the door and was like, "I'm leaving a couple samples on the door." And that's when I offered him some. I gave him a beer from Hysteria back, and I gave him a cashmere, Todd, that he's going to be able to have with us tonight. So he
sweet.
The other one that you
Beautiful.
gave. Beautiful. But anyway, for whatever reason, my son flips out when Alex comes to when Scott comes to the door. My son Alex, that's his name. He flips out.
Just that Scott.
I don't know if he was hungry or whatever it was, but for whatever
reason,
this
happened before.
He not really like this. He flips out.
Oh no!
I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's not Scott, but maybe it is. Maybe he's getting a vibe. I don't know.
So I don't know.
A 2-year-old flips out the door, and I was like,
"That's hilarious."
Sorry, Scott. We're cutting this party a little short. But anyway, we'll have Scott on later. He's a good guy. But the
nightcap show, I like that. So yeah, hey, speaking of nightcaps, after we'll throw it over to Monica's channel, and we'll have we had a really good time. Good look, we went late. That's another reason why I was hurting last Wednesday is we went late. Well, maybe we'll do the same tonight. I don't know. It gets away from us. It gets fun.
Tomorrow won't feel good no matter what, so we might as well enjoy tonight, right?
That's true.
So happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I hope you guys had a great Father's Day weekend. Happy Father's Day to you, Todd.
Yeah. What did you do? You do anything fun?
Yeah. So we my wife's dad, my father-in-law, came over and we grilled out, which was great. We had a good time.
Something tells me you drank a little bourbon too while you were grilling, didn't you?
Or
you drinking beer?
I was grilling. I was drinking beer while I was grilling.
All right, okay.
Grilling feels like beer for me. And then
that's true.
Yeah, I'm like when the sun sets, the whiskey comes out for me. That's kind of the way I do it.
Okay.
But then we went over to my dad's afterwards and chilled by the pool with him for a little bit. So that was fun. So it was a great and so I think you're going to see my dad a little later. Oh, Monica's is not her little brother, Ozzie.
Yeah, he's not here.
No,
he's usually here. Hope he's okay. That's all right. Hopefully he's here. Yeah,
it's all right. We'll see if he pops on later or not.
Let's hope.
But anyway, no, the Father's Day kind of inspired our theme for tonight, Todd, which I think
did. Well,
it's going to be fun. We want to try and come up with new and great ideas all the time. And I guess there's only but so many top 10 lists. Some are going to be flops, some won't. But I think tonight's is going to be. I think tonight's cool. I said, Todd, what do you think about top TV dads of all time? He's like, yeah, well, it could be fun.
I wasn't sold at first.
He texted me later and he said, I had fun researching this and looking this up. This is great. And so I think it really is cool. I think Scott, I'll have to trade you guys for some of those 21090 shirts.
I know.
They're coming. I brought,
man.
They're coming.
I get on them every week, Scott. We got subscriptions and merch that we're close. We're really close.
It's coming. It's coming.
He keeps telling me that.
Don't worry. I keep Todd at bay.
Look who's here. It's John. Way.
Hey, Johnny. Happy Father's Day, buddy.
Our good friend John. I saw he had the kids at the pool this weekend, so that's fun.
Yeah. I'm glad pools are starting to open back up, too.
Yeah.
Good segment here. So,
yeah, let's do it. Highlight that.
Craft beer review. So, Todd, do you want to tell us a little bit about...
so here you go. So this is a local brewery. Can you guys see that okay? Yeah,
wait a minute, Todd. Is it time for a beer break?
Oh, it is time for a beer break. Sorry.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Beer.
You were just waiting to do that, weren't you? I didn't know about that one.
I was having fun playing with that too. Like before it gets copyright kicked off, we might as well have fun.
We get it every week. It's okay. It's all good. So there you go. The beer break. We've got. We want to hear in the chat whatever. Our favorite Brian Miller. I'm glad he's in. He fact checks us. Brian, this should be a fun one tonight. TV Dad.
Brian Miller tonight.
Yeah, good evening, sir. We got something from local. We do a lot of local stuff here, but Manor Hill. So again, if you don't live in the Maryland area, you're not going to get this. But this is their Cashmere Splendor. Now they're really known for their Citra Splendor, which is all Citra. This is all cashmere hops. I've had them both. My brother-in-law actually got me this, so thank you, Jim and Sandy. If you're watching this, you might not be because they have young kids, but he got me this weekend, and this was released at Manor Hill this past weekend, and it's fabulous. So here we go. I figured, Andy, let's drink it.
I have not tried this yet. I like Manor Hill stuff, though.
Oh, there you guys go. So in the chat, let us know what your first beer or whiskey of the night is. Write it in the chat. We want to know what you're drinking along with us. If you want, I've tried to do this.
Orange juice, man.
Yeah, I've tried to get people to take pictures of what they're drinking and post it on Twitter with the hashtag 21090 so I can see it, or Andy can see it, and we can post it on here, but nobody does it. So if you feel inclined, take a picture, post it on Twitter. Hashtag 21090, 2TEN90. That's all you need to do, and I'll see it, and we'll post it. So
I'm going to throw a hashtag up. How about that? Hashtag.
On Twitter? You don't have Twitter.
I do have no, I don't. Top 10.
There we go. All right. So, yeah, I mean, the cashmere hops is really nice. I like the Citra because it does have a little bit more sort of dankness to it. This doesn't as much at all, but it smells, you said, it's very, very like sort of, it's not, I guess it's citrusy. That's what it is, but it's weird because citrus hops you would think would be better, but nice one, isn't it?
That's very good. That's very tasty. Derek, what's up, man?
He's been gone for a while.
We've missed you.
Cheers, Derek.
Cheers, man. Good to see you. Glad you're back. Hope all is good in the city of brotherly love.
Oh, we missed some people. Okay, so cheers, fellow Thrash. Wait, hold on. Go back. The Beer Hounds beer reviews. Thrashers. Oh, he's from OC, California. Okay, why did I think he was from OC, California?
All right. So Beer Hounds. So here's the thing where we got confused. We have in Oakland City, Maryland,
I thought he meant Thrashers French fries.
A fry place called Thrashers. It's like famous around here. So we saw Thrashers. We were like, yep, but you're talking Thrashers. We can do that too.
All right. Brian Miller's drinking a very local beer by Pernin Brewing called Call Me Hazy. That's a good name.
Call Me Hazy. Like it.
Where is Perrin? Brian, where are you located? Is it, I don't know where Perrin Brewing is. Do you, Andy?
No, I don't.
No. All right. So 1070. I think it's Steve, right? Isn't 1070 Steve too?
Yeah, I think so. Well,
he's drinking a classic Guinness Drought, which
nice.
If this actually Guinness here opened up, Andy, I'm wondering if soon we can get in there for that video. What do you think?
I hope so.
We had it all set up for the end of March. We had the marketing director. We were good. The only production brewery outside of Dublin, Ireland, is here in Baltimore for Guinness. Everything, their Guinness Blonde. They don't do the Guinness Brown.
We had a chance to go, and then. Thank you, Corona.
Yeah. Thanks so much. He's like, guys, we're shutting down the brewery. We'll have to reschedule. 3 months. It's been 3 months. I haven't heard. So I just saw that they started opening up. So maybe soon we can get back in there.
Yeah,
that'd be a really cool video.
That would be great. But also someone drinking the Pizza Port Permanent Vacay.
Ooh, Now Pizza Port's a great brewery. I've never. I know they do great stuff. Oh, Grand Rapids. Brian's in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Dang.
That's right. We knew that, didn't we?
Not a lot of good beer up there. I'll tell you that right now.
But that's cool. Pizza Port's supposed to be really good too, by the way.
Yeah.
So we'll have to do a
little looks like everybody's drinking some good stuff. I don't see any whiskey yet, so that's interesting. I'm surprised Robot Scott hasn't said maybe he's drinking a beer with us. I don't know. Oh, look at Derek Williams coming out hot with his already. He's just moving right in.
James said, yes, Sam, Mississippi Rock, Richie Cunningham, is enough. You've got a lot of them on there. Don't worry. I think we're gonna hit a couple on your list too, Derek. They're coming. But this is fun. This is a fun list to tackle.
Derek, you got some on my list. I know that right now.
Yeah, this is great.
There's a little spoiler. 23 people in the stream. That's great. Keep coming in. Hit the thumbs up. Let's get going. Do you want to get into it, or I don't know. We can chit chat more. We're drinking beer. It's all good.
Nobody wants to listen to you, Todd. Go ahead and Scott, let us know what you think. Scott's trying it too tonight too. The
really easy drinking. It's nice. Really juicy. Yeah, really citrusy.
This is a winner, Todd. I might have to go back out and get this one.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any left. My brother and sister-in-law got me a 6-pack on Father's Day. Brought it over. I was like, oh, thank you very much.
Really, really good though. Excellent.
So, all right, let's go.
You want to start?
Let's do it. I think we should. Again. Andy and I have some similarities, but we did a list and we've got our top 10 TV dads. Hopefully, I think there's enough that we will miss some that people can come on and tell us.
Absolutely. In fact, it's funny. My dad called earlier today and said, I got my list ready, son. I said, Dad, save it. Bring it on. Let me hear it. Because there were so many. If you start to look back over all of TV. So
Yeah. Now,
fun.
can you see Andy? Are you seeing both of us? You got it? Are you up? We're good to
You did
go?
great, Todd. This is good. You did a good job.
All right. So this is episode 12. Can you believe it? 12. So this has been 3 months. Again, me and Andy were we're still not really live streamers, but because of the whole COVID, Corona, whatever, we couldn't really get together to do videos, and it forced us to say, all right, let's do live streaming.
Yep.
Now we love live streaming, and we haven't put out any videos, but that's coming, right, Andy?
It's coming. You just said I'm not going to say anything about that, Todd, and then
it lasted all 13 minutes. Andy.
It lasted all 13 minutes. Yep.
So,
but top 10 TV dads coming up.
Geez,
so
right
all right, jumping in. Well, Todd, you're up first. Go ahead.
Well, if you remember, when we did the top 10, it was sitcoms of all time, and Growing Pains was on my list. Now, most of that was because of Kirk Cameron and Boner. But Jason, I don't know what about Alan. He's passed away of it. I mean, can you believe he's gone? He was playing hockey with his son, and had a heart attack and gone. This is 5 or 6 years ago. I love the show. I just absolutely love the show. And when we were thinking about dads, I couldn't not put him on there because he was like the quintessential dad, trying to corral Mike Seaver for doing all his crazy antics and trying to get his whole family together. So did you like the show? I know you love the show.
I love the show. I think it's a great pick.
He wasn't like a great character, so to speak, but I guess this is more because I love the show.
I think that's the cool thing, Tom. Not everyone on here is it wasn't just they had to be funny. It was just you had to like the character of the dad. So, right. I think this is a great way to kind of start it off because he wasn't the funniest dad of all time or the most serious, but he played the role really well. So I thought that was great.
I thought so too. He was like a doctor, like a psychologist doctor. That was his thing. So anyway, there's my number 10. Andy.
Monica, by the way, says she wants to listen to you, Todd.
I love Monica. Monica. I can't wait. I'll send you those beers. Actually, Andy gave me some beers to send you too, Monica. So it wasn't just all me. He has helped everybody that's getting beer. It's not just from me or.
I let Todd send it in case he gets in trouble with the post office. That's all.
Don't worry, Andy. I will rat you out as soon as you know that. If I'm going to jail, you're going with me, buddy.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
all right.
Andy's number 10, and this is great. I didn't. Well, it's funny.
We'll
say that in a second.
We will say that later, but Jerry Stiller's he's hysterical, and another great TV dad who just passed away not too long ago.
I know, like last month.
But it wasn't. How many weeks ago was it we did top 10 sitcoms of all time?
3 or 4, maybe 5.
Maybe. King 5 is on there. I'm a huge Kevin James fan.
Oh yeah, this is a great show.
So I watch this show all the time, but
sure.
I absolutely his character on this was fantastic. I mean, constantly giving Doug a hard time. That's Kevin James' character, and could not be funnier. I mean, I just love his character. What I wish is that I could have picked out clips and just thrown them up here for each one of these guys because they were great. But
yes, we could have done that, but we would have get kicked off.
We would have get kicked off again. But yeah, and I forgot about this, Dad. Brian Miller goes, spoiler: Bob Uecker from Mr. Belvedere.
Oh,
and I forgot about him. He didn't make my list, but
he didn't make mine either. So his number 1 is not even on our list, but that's an oversight on our. See, we need Brian Miller in the chat because he checks us like this. See,
he does.
We should probably call him up when we're doing our list, but that wouldn't be fun.
One of these days, well, he wants to come on and take over with us one night and jump in. We'll give it a pass. We don't know what it looks like right now. I just think he's Jason from Friday the 13th, so I'm not sure, but that's fine.
All right, there you go. All right, Andy, you're number 10. Great. It's a great show, great character, and it's funny for another reason, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another thing where Bob Saget, if you ever watch his stand-up comedy, I think he's hilarious. And in this role, he was like the goody two-shoes dad, and he wasn't really the funny one. I mean, Uncle Jesse and Joey were like the in this. I love this show, and again, this is sort of like the last one where with Growing Pains. I kind of just loved the show, so I put Danny Tanner on there because I love the show. I don't think he was the greatest character, and he actually was a goof in this one a little bit. His stand-up though is great, and when he acts in other capacities, I think he's a really funny guy. So he wasn't like that in this episode, in this sitcom. But again, I love the show. I had to put it in there, so there you go. That's
he was perfect for the role, though.
Correct.
I mean, he was absolutely perfect for that role. Full House is one of those shows like a Saved by the Bell. Like you just know, whether you like it or not, you've seen it 10,000 times. You know the characters, and he's really good. in that role. And yeah, if you see his stand up, I mean, he's just a foul mouth.
All right, now I'm just looking at the chat. We backing up a little bit, but I didn't know this. 1070 said that Kevin James has a YouTube channel. Did you know that?
It's really good. He does a lot of stuff.
I need to
Some
find
of it's
that.
a little more serious, and sometimes it's just funny kind of improv stuff. And he just came out with a movie. This is true, called Becky, which is like this Home Alone for adults.
Oh God!
But he plays the villain, but it's more of a horror movie than it is a comedy. Yeah, it's straight, no comedy whatsoever. It's straight up like kind of slasher flick. And Kevin James is the lead, and he's really good in it. I mean, he really is. So I actually rented the other night. I'm like, what are you watching? I have to watch it.
Well, Robots Scott thinks he should be number 1. How is Danny not top 5 or top 5? Well, he's top 9. He's not even on Andy's top 10 list, so take it up with Andy.
John said Stephanie and DJ both turned out well.
Well, there's Fuller House. It's on Netflix. My wife and I watch it. It's kind of awful, but I watch it because they're all on there for the most part. They have cameos from like Uncle Jesse and so it's cool.
I'm not going to finish John's quotes, but yes, Stephanie looks a little different these days. We'll just leave it at that.
Well, there you go, John. Remember, this is a family show here, John. I'm just joking. All right, that's my number 9. Andy, you're number 9. It was just another. It's funny, but go ahead. Great show.
Everybody loves Raymond. It's a fantastic show. To me, the parents made it, not Ray and his wife. It was Frank Barone and his wife that just tormented their daughter-in-law. Well, I should say this: his wife tormented the daughter-in-law. He just was a grumpy old man. Like it was like I was watching Grumpy Old Men every week. He was just hysterically funny.
Frank is the man.
And he honestly reminded me of my dad's dad in a lot of ways, which was funny. Not in the way he acts so much, but just kind of his demeanor was just serious, like kind of dry every now and then would throw out these one-liners. It was just hysterical. And I thought his character was by far the best one, other than maybe Ray's brother, who I also loved on the show.
He would be a good secondary. Yeah. We talked about doing, and John Coppola, our friend, he made the point maybe we should do top 10 secondary sitcom, and that's a great because that guy could be on it. I forget his name. What was the brother's name?
Not Ray.
I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat can tell us. I know John probably knows. What was Ray
Romano's brother
in this show? Because he was great too. You're right.
His name in real life is like Bob Garrett or something, right?
Oh, is it? I don't know.
Yeah,
Garrett. Yeah, I think it is something Garrett. Yeah. Adam Garrett, or something Garrett. You're right.
Anyway, fantastic show. So,
great job. Yeah,
number 9.
I don't know what everybody else in the chat thinks of that, but there it is. All right, so this is funny. I picked Ray Romano. So this is Ray. I thought, I didn't actually think of his father, which I should have, because you're right. He probably is actually great. I love this show, and I think Ray Romano is really funny too. So,
he reminds me of you a little bit, though. He kind of gets
himself in trouble for stupid reasons.
Happy-go-lucky guy. And he gets himself in trouble for ridiculous reasons, and then he doesn't really put up a fight about it. He just makes little comments under his breath, and so it's just funny.
Maybe that's why I liked him so much.
He might be you. I don't know.
There you go. With hair, right? and
with hair, and more money, and more successful.
Italian and Irish. All that good. Anyway, yeah.
Outside of that, you guys are identical.
So that's and when Andy and I do these lists, we don't collaborate. We send each other the list when we're done, and then we put them together. So it's funny how like Andy picked the dad in this right before I picked the son in this, which is also a father. So again, these are TV dads. Both of these guys were dads, and I thought it was pretty funny that we kind of came on the same spot right there.
It is. And Brian Miller says he's only seen one episode. Actually, Brian, being the guru of all things that you seem to be,
that's crazy.
It's a good.
How many times is everybody in syndication been played? It's like all the time. You have that. You have Friends. You have King of Queens. You have Seinfeld. It's just ridiculous. But I guess with syndication.
John said Robert Barone. That's right. Robert Barone was his
brother.
You go.
Yep. I knew John would know. John knows all those things.
John comes through. He's good at that stuff. He wins the bar trivia all the time. Bob Saget is so much better than John on Full House. That's funny. Yeah, that is
funny. Bob Saget, and actually, I think Saget, when he's doing his stand, he's really funny. Like, he wasn't that funny in that show. I mean, he tried to be, but his jokes were corny and sort of, it was a family show. But his real life stand up, he's like a really funny and kind of can be pretty crude.
Oh, he can get. Don't bring your kids to go see Bob Saget.
Right.
I saw Kevin James live.
Oh, that must be great. Yes.
I was belly laughing.
I bet. I saw Seinfeld live.
He did this one bit where he was talking about how in the airport they should have special what are the not escalators? What are the things that kind of move underneath you, not up, but just kind of go? You know how you can just stand on them and they move?
Yeah, in the airports. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just people
Like
movers. I don't
like
know.
conveyor belt type things,
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
He said they should have all of them for. They should have a fat guy conveyor belt where they all go to the Cinnabon and it all like dumps them off one on
Yes.
top of each other. I mean, he
Yes.
just did the joke.
Yes.
I can do it no justice, but he was just so funny. I mean, we were just dying laughing the entire time. So, but good pick on Ray Barone.
There you go.
By the
All
way,
right,
very
that's my
good
number
friends
8.
with Kevin James. That's where the spinoff came
That's
after
true.
as Raymond.
Yes.
He was on that show,
Yes.
and that's where it was born from.
And Ray would come on
Yeah.
King of Queens every now and then. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there you go, Andy. Number 8.
You
Alf.
knew I
Alf.
would.
Get out of the kitchen, Alf.
I will forever have a soft spot for Alf.
Yes,
And
you will.
Willie's character was just so bloody good. I probably could have put him higher, to be honest with you. He was unintentionally funny. He was dry. His expressions were priceless. I mean, he was so good in this show, and a very gifted actor on a very underrated, underappreciated show. That's all I can say. He was fantastic. And the other characters are okay. The mom was fine. Kate and Lindenberg, they were okay, but he made the show with Alf. Those two actually made the show what it was. Their interaction together was fantastic.
I agree.
So,
yeah. I mean, I think Alf, but yeah, he was the secondary character, no doubt. Yep.
Yeah, at first secondary, because I mean the two of them fought like cats and dogs.
Brian Miller likes this one. Brian Miller, you guys were on a roll last week. You and Brian Miller were on a roll, and I think you picked it up this week.
But he's a really good actor. Actually, in real life, he's a very gifted and talented actor. Actually, he passed away a few years ago too.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, one of the last roles that I remember him being in was he was at a very small role in Grumpier Old Men.
Oh wow!
And then he passed away not too long after he did that. But he was great. Max, what was his last name? Something Max something. He was.
Monica says, "Laugh out." There's Alf again. There's Jason Boyd coming in.
Oh my goodness! So
he says, "I regret joining the stream right now." I guess Jason's not a big fan of Alf. Jason, just stick around, man.
Come on now, who doesn't like Alf other than Jason? Apparently,
Jason, what's going on, buddy? And what are you drinking tonight, man? You get that nice bar in your basement. I'm sure you're tapping something, right? He's got a nice basement bar. Anyway, there's 8 for Andy. I'm going to go to 7 for me. Roseanne, Dan. I loved this show back in the day, and Dan was. I mean, I love John Goodman, and I think he's a great character. He was great in this role, of the counterpart to Roseanne, and just them going back and forth and how they would go at it. I don't know. I just love Dan Connor. I thought it was
another really gifted actor. I mean, he can do a lot. I mean, he's in 1,000 movies. He's really versatile. I think a good pick there. But he was great in that show because Roseanne was kind of like that really working class. He had that vibe where he played it perfectly, and he was.
Although I must admit, I have not watched the reboot, even when they had Roseanne on it, and then I just haven't. I don't know why I wasn't into it. Because I used to watch all the time back.
It's hard to bring stuff back after a while. I mean, you kind of can't the classics sometimes, so I don't know, but yeah, no, that's a good pick, man. I like that.
All right, there you go. There's my number 7. Andy, your number. We'll get to your number 7.
Oh, we'll get to number 7.
This is for my mother, and I don't know if she's watching right now. I hope she is, but she's probably not. But my mom loves Leave It to Beaver. I've probably watched every episode of Leave It to Beaver because when I was little, it was always on, and I would watch it. And I was thinking this, he's not the again, a lot of my picks are maybe sentimental because he really wasn't the star of the show at all by any means, but he was the dad, and he was the quintessential, 50s dad where him and they always wore like nice, you never saw them in like just regular jeans, and that never happened. Why is that?
I don't think people wore that back then, Todd. This is in black and white, for goodness sakes.
Hey, come on, though. You always wore suits. It's always ever in. He was like always in a nice suit or a nice shirt. It was or a jacket. It was never like just
that's what you did back in the day.
Yes, maybe. What do the chat think?
You had plastic on your couch, and you you wore a tie to dinner, and you did all those things. The boys were overly polite.
There's my mom. So she is watching. This is a little bit for her too because she absolutely loves this, and I watched it so much. Now my boys watch it when she watches it, and she watches them, and I had to put them on there. Ward Cleaver. Come on. We're talking about TV dads. I mean, there's other old ones too, but for me, that was the biggest one. I mean, you could have gone a ton of ways with old TV shows when dads, because that was a big part of those, 50s and 60s shows with the family unit and dads. I went with Ward. So there's my 6. Mom, there you go. I know you'd like that one.
Eddie Haskell taught me sarcasm.
There you go.
I called people Eddie Haskell for the longest time. I was
That's
like,
true.
that guy's Eddie Haskell. Just that.
Because you didn't like him, right?
Well, no, because he was the one who would kiss up to your the teacher or to your parents or whatever, and then behind your back you do something sinister. You're like, you're a jerk, man.
Oh,
that was
Brian Miller. Put that up there. It's an awesome choice. Eddie Haskell taught me. So I didn't see the first part of that, but there you go. I'll take anything from Brian Miller as a compliment. I'll take it. So there's a good winner for me. Check for me. I finally got one. All right, Andy. You're number 6, and wow, I didn't put him on there because I don't know why.
It's cable.
No, and I even thought about it. I was like, because he was he was a dad.
Did not have the cleanest of past. He's probably got a little blood on his hand. He was not a very faithful husband. So he checks all the boxes for being one of the worst husbands you could be. But what a fantastic character! I mean, he was. I love this show, and at the end of the day, he loved his kids, even though he was a jerk. I mean, and I think that
and a killer.
But his character in and of itself was just fantastic, and I could not put him on this list. Craft Beer Reviews said yes, Tony, for sure. He was just. I mean, he was another example of a really good actor, a great actor, who just nailed his role.
You know what? You having him on here makes me think of maybe another top 10 list, which is like, I don't know if it's
like mafia movies or something,
or cable/streaming series.
That'd be good.
So many, because a lot of our sitcoms were sitcoms from back in the day. But if we went to sort of only cable/streaming, like the Netflix, all those, Amazon, all those that are out now, that might be another one too, because there's so many good ones out now. And of course, Sopranos were probably, they were the ones that could have sort of launched that on HBO. They were like the first ones that really hit big for the most part. So
we're getting a lot of comments on Tony Soprano.
Oh, really? There you go.
Like a good choice. Love Tony for sure. He's no Walter White, but good pick. That's awesome.
Stop for a second. I am in the middle of Breaking Bad. So you said Walter White. Mm-hmm. This whole Corona quarantine thing, what did I start doing? Me and my wife, we started watching Netflix shows. So we started out with like Tiger King and moved up to, Ozark, which was amazing. And then I got into Narcos and then Narcos Mexico. And now I'm doing Breaking Bad. I'm in like almost at season 3. And I love it. I can't believe I didn't watch it when it came out. I'm like,
I have to catch up too, because I've seen like one episode and I hear it's like fantastic. So I got to go back.
It's so good.
So I got to go back and do that.
Anyway, all right.
Jason Floyd said, not a good sign that most of these dads are dead. It's actually funny if you. Well, it's not funny, but you think about it. So Jerry Stiller, Willie Tanner, Tony Soprano. Who else do we have on the list?
Ward Cleaver.
Ward Cleaver. Yeah,
of course. But we got some live.
So
all right. So there's Andy's number 6. It seems like it was a very good choice, Andy. Yeah, there's number 5. I mean, we're doing TV dads, and it's me and Andy. And it's funny. We both picked them number 5, which is actually funny.
Mm-hmm.
How can you not have Al Bundy on here? I mean, when you think of TV dads, he was terrible, but he was a great character. I mean, one of the best characters in sitcom TV, right?
He was. If you guys want to laugh, go onto YouTube and look up Al Bundy's greatest insults.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, you couldn't write his character today. I mean, he's kind of like the 80s version of Archie Bunker. Like, you couldn't write his character.
That's true.
But if you look at his insults, you could not get away with it today. But they're bloody funny, and he is another great actor. Like,
highlight that.
Really, really good.
Finished the glass, best shoe salesman. That's right. He was a shoe salesman. That's what the best thing was. He was a shoe salesman.
Ogian is joining us. He did say can't hang out much tonight. His wife is really sick. He's keeping an eye on her. So we're
sorry, buddy.
Yeah, we hope everything works out.
Yeah,
everything's okay.
Good. Thanks for stopping in for a second to say hello. We appreciate it.
Beer to Beerman said, yeah, all the good ones die young. Todd, before we get to the top 4, then should we talk about our next beer that we want to do?
I think it's time for a beer break.
All right, a beer break it is.
Oh,
there we go.
I love them. Oh, so Andy, you want to? I can't see this.
Yeah, we can do that. I don't know if it will play over this or not. But But here's this is Dad Bod. All right, this is from Duclaw.
Look at that. There it is. There you go. Good.
All right.
Perfect.
In honor of all the dads out there on Father's Day, we're drinking Dad Bod from Duclaw. This is a double IPA. Is a great can with the remote in his pocket, his beer belly hanging out. Azaka Simcoe Mosaic. It's how we start off with two heavy hitters, my man, as far as from the world of beer.
Here's a oh,
I like that
good,
sound.
huh?
I like that sound. Very good.
Dad Bod from Duclaw. Now Duclaw is another local brewery. They do a lot.
They're a Baltimore brewery.
Yeah, and their big thing for me, at least, is in their sour series, their sour meat. And if you remember, they do unicorn farts, right? Isn't that them? So that is the fruited sour with edible glitter and fruity pebbles in it, which is a crazy beer. But this, hey, look, it's clear. Can you believe it? It's a clear beer, Andy. A clear beer. I don't believe it.
It's funny because I think they call it a borderline hazy on their website, which is actually kind of funny.
Oh, did they really?
But it's
not a hazy.
Doesn't look too hazy to me.
It looks beautiful. I love clear beer.
Yeah, you're smelling it, Todd.
Let me get a nose.
I actually just got that on my nose there.
Me too. Got to tell you, it's nice. I think the Cashmere Splendour had more aroma on it, though.
It did, and I think the Cashmere is actually probably better beer.
Is it?
But this is good. This is not a bad beer at all. It's an easy drinker.
Yeah, it's easy drinking. But look at that can. I mean, come on, that wins for the can. It's actually a nice beer. I don't think it's got a ton of mosaic. It's mosaic, but I think
you're right. Drinking it right after the Cashmere is not, maybe throwing me off a little bit, but it's good.
It's crisp. Yeah, not bad. And it's Dad Bod, and we're doing
dad stuff this week, right?
Al Bundy, because he had a Dad Bod and Peg Bundy and Christina Applegate. What was the guy? The son's name? I can't remember the son's name.
What was his?
We're missing the chat too. So
I know. Well, Jason said he's number one for Al Bundy.
All right, we're five. That's far.
Canadian Brewing Channel, best female shoe salesman.
Cheers, Canadian Brewing Channel. Love their channel.
Glad you're on here. Streaking. I guess that's for our.
It's right after that
beer break. Yep. And then Bundy and Jay Pritchett. So we're getting some Bud Bundy. John
Bundy there. God, John knows everything. It's ridiculous. Him and Brian Miller should go at it one day. Like battle of the.
We need a trivia night with those two.
There you go.
But
there you go.
That's cool. That was both of our number 5. So
there you go. All right. So Andy, moving on. Let's go.
4 more to go, Todd. And by the way,
Andy, there you go. Number 4.
Right. I know that when I typed this in, I said I'm going to get flack for this because of all the stupid crap that has happened with Bill Cosby, but I couldn't not go back through my childhood and say how many of us just didn't sit in front of the TV for hours and hours glued to the Cosby Show. And if we're talking the character, not the guy who played it, I mean, he was a great TV dad, one of the best of all time. So I had to put him on here. So there's the asterisk, there's the Barry Bonds asterisk next to him, but he's, the character in and of itself was great.
I was talking to my wife
and
about
the hush falls over the comments as no one wants to make a Bill Cosby.
Well, listen, there's no moving around his troubles and his craziness and what he did, and it's horrible. But when you think of the show, everybody who watched the show back in the 80s, you loved it. It was the biggest show in TV for how many years? I mean, it killed
for a long time. It was the number one sitcom.
And it was because of him. I mean, it's Bill Cosby. I mean, he was a genius comedian back in the day, and it's a shame what he became, but or was behind the scenes that we didn't know about. I mean, it is what it is. So, but
so I had to put him on there, and
I would have.
I'm
glad you did. Yeah,
he cracks my top. And you can say that about some other TV dads across the ages too. I mean, you couldn't. I said it earlier. It shows like. All in the Family, the Jeffersons, some of these they probably would not be made today.
Amazing shows.
But like Brian Moore said, great non-politically correct pick. Canadian Brewing goes no comment, laugh out loud. But it was a good show. And of course, John doesn't care. He puts Jello pudding pops. So there we go. We got one
pudding, Jello pudding pops.
John.
John must be drinking that peanut butter whiskey tonight. I think.
Yeah, John's drinking this group all tonight. Yeah.
Hopefully, John will come on later. We haven't seen his mug in a while and tell us what we missed. So anyway, Andy, great show. I mean, problems aside, for this list, it's true. I mean, it's true.
Kurt Angle is true. It's true. So this is where it's funny, Todd, because this is a repeat from Jerry Stiller.
I could have put him number one, I think. This character itself, and again, when you talk about sidekick characters in sitcoms, he would be up on my list as well. Frank Costanza was amazing. He played somewhat similar to in King of Queens, the father. He was a little bit less brash and sort of, he was more of like the kind of, I don't know, how do you want to explain his character in King of Queens? Here, he was just like ape shit, well, pardon my French.
He was in King of Queens. He was more in tune to trying to get under the skin of. He played a really good senior citizen who's living with his daughter and just kind of wreaking havoc in that kind of personal space.
Yes.
On Seinfeld, you know how the writing was with Seinfeld. It was just no holds ridiculousness, and he did that great. He was loud, he was bold. Yeah. He was fantastic.
All your grievances. I mean, I know John loves this pick. John, you have to love it. How can you not like anybody in the chat?
For the rest of us, John, by the way, says Andy's top three are definitely all animated. We will see, John.
Good point. John knows you very well, Andy. Let's see. I so miss Frank.
And Derek was coming on earlier. Said Norman Lear took a gamble with Archie Bunker's character even for that time, and
yes.
It's true. I mean, it's amazing how you see some of those characters and you look back and you're like, wow.
Yes.
But and it's funny because you look at that, you look at his character, but the actor who played him versus Cosby and the actor and the person he was, it's so weird to look at it like from that perspective. It's just,
Yeah. And how he like sort of always was like in the crawl of George, and like sort of George was trying to get away from his parents but never could, when he was moving to Del Boca Vista, and he never finally did.
You're getting a lot on this. Great pick. People are liking it. I got a lot of problems. You're going to hear them. Canadian Brewings, laugh out loud. Yeah, you're getting some love on this, Todd.
All right, good. I'm glad. I love this character, and this is an easy pick for me. I can't believe it didn't make yours, but I guess you had him in for.
He was. There was a couple that were so close. WrestleMania, by the way. What's up? Hey there, everyone. Been a while.
Hey, what's up, man? I missed that. I can't see the chat.
That's all right. That's welcome to my world, Todd. I'm glad you're on the other end this time.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm trying to look at him. So.
He invented the man's ear. There's
so many things. I'm going on a cruise. When and George had sold his cruise wear to the, and it had mothballs in it, moths in it. Oh, it's great. There's so many things with him. You want to go?
The show in general is just fantastic, and every character they just wrote it really well. But he's just another supporting character that made that show maybe the best of all time.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, Andy. So let's move on here to get through our list. Andy, John said your top three are all animated. Well, there's number three, and it's animated.
And here we go to disappoint everyone. But my number one show of all time is, without question, King of the Hill. I love it. Mm-hmm. And he's not my favorite TV dad of all time, but he's right up there. He has a very strange relationship with his son. They could not be more polar opposites. He is as straight-laced and just by the book as you can get, and Bobby's this free spirit who does any and everything that ticks Hank off on a daily basis. And his famous quote is, "That boy ain't right." But at the end of the day, they have a very Brian Miller disappointment setting in.
Here we go. I
always have one, by the way.
WrestleMania. He goes way back with us, and I've been on his streams a lot. He's from the old. I've met. Cheers, man. So good to see you. Anyway, go ahead, Andy. I know you're up.
No, it's good. I was just gonna say it's. I always have one pick that kind of ticks people off, and so this might be mine for the night. But Hank Hill, I still probably watch this show. I don't know, 4 or 5 times a week. I'll turn it on late at night and just put it on and let a couple of reruns go now that it's on Hulu, and I love it. It's just we got a couple. So Canadian good show.
Good show. Number 3,
Bobby. So yeah, there we go. It's not terrible.
Spin-off of Beavis and Butthead, which is another amazing sitcom that we love. So it makes
That's true.
right?
And Peter Griffin rumored to better be number one. Laugh Out Loud Robot Scott. We will see. So
there's another. Well, we'll see. The anticipation's is killing us, Andy.
I know. Here we go, Todd.
Number 2, Red Fox.
I love this pick. He was this is a great pick.
So here's the thing with this. This is a little bit before my time, but my brother watched this show religiously, and I would sit there and watch it with him. I love this show. You know, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join. I'm coming to join.
The big one, Elizabeth. I'm going to see you.
Yeah, you big dummy. Red Fox was a genius, and this show was amazing. Their interaction between the son and the father, Fred Sanford, and how he would always, they came together, but he would always play on his son and sort of get on him. And it was, oh my God, I love this show. I wish I could go back and watch it.
The bond between the two was great because for as much as he gave him a hard time, his comedic timing was perfect.
Oh, I love Red Fox.
He had the ability to just make you laugh on the spot. And back, you know what? He was a little bit more cut up back then than a lot of shows that were so scripted. I almost feel like a lot of his stuff was ad-libbed and improv.
Yes, I agree. And I wish I don't know when the last time I've watched this. It's not really on anymore. Maybe there's a channel.
I guarantee you, if we look it up on one of these streaming shows, we can find it. I'm actually going to have to do that now because this is a great show. I used to love watching this show.
Fox was great. Canadian Brewing Channel. There you go. All right.
Born John Sanford, best friend of Malcolm X. I love Sanford and Son. It was a fantastic show. Derek, I'm with you. This is one of the best.
So good.
He's one of the best TV dads of all time. I thought that's a fantastic pick.
There you go, man. Number 2. I love the show, and it's really because my brother got. And that's a lot of things when you grow up, and you were the oldest brother, Andy, but I had my older brother, and I would watch a lot of things he watched, and I was 4 years below him, but this I loved watching him laugh so hard, and I didn't really get it until I was watching it in reruns. Really, honestly, I mean, this was.
And so Derek just said Sanford Son still comes on TV1 in syndication.
Oh, that is perfect, beautiful.
Right, so if you're looking for where to.
You were the man as always.
Yep.
All right. Andy, you ready for some?
Before we get to number 2, so craft beer reviews. Time to crack open Left Hand's Nitro Milk Stout.
Ooh, there you go. Yes, Nitro Milk.
Let us know how that is.
I have not drank it's funny when the summer comes around. It's all sours and IPAs for me. I don't drink anything but that. That's all I drink. And then,
Todd, just to let John know, my number 2 is not an animated dad.
Oh, should I go to number 2?
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw that out there ahead of time.
Let's go to Andy's number 2. Oh, Tony Maselli from Who's the Boss? Oh gosh, how did I miss this? This is an oversight on my part. This is total oversight on my part. I didn't have it on my list.
So I think my old man's going to join us later. He was so excited about the topic this week, and so he called me and said, "Son, I got my list ready. Tony Maselli or Tony Danza reminds me so much of my dad." And Todd, you know this because actually my dad looked just like him growing up. Like he looks like a spitting image of Tony Danza.
Yes,
both of them baseball players. Now my father didn't turn out to be a housekeeper, but other than that, he reminds me of he reminded me of even watching him growing up. He kind of had that vibe where he reminded me of my dad, which was really funny. So
yeah,
he was. I loved Who's the Boss. I thought all the characters were great. Every boy that age probably had a crush on Alyssa Milano and didn't understand what Mona was saying. And as you got older, you appreciated Mona more.
Yes.
I mean, the whole show was great.
Yeah, underrated character there. Yes, very good.
Yeah, but I thought he was just a fantastic character, and really, he did Taxi and he did Who's the Boss, and other than that, like he wasn't like this gigantic star, but he was everyone. You say Tony Danza, everybody knows who he is, and it's Taxi or Who's the Boss, like you know him. So
yeah. Totally.
So Brian Miller says, "Well, pulled that out of thin air." I don't know if he said that's a good thing or not. I don't know if he likes Who's the Boss, but yeah, that's definitely my number 2. So
I want to highlight a comment though, also by Craft Beer Reviews Finished. I've just stumbled on their channel recently, and it's really hopefully I'm in the chat. Go check them out because they're doing a really cool thing. Andy, they're keeping like a leaderboard. So every beer they review, they rank in their grand scheme of thing of where it falls as to what number 1, and they're up to like maybe they're only keeping top 20, but they basically have like a top 20 of the beers they reviewed, and it moves. So if they have something that goes in the top, it goes into there, and they keep a running tab of their top beers that they've reviewed. I think that's a very cool idea, by the way.
That is cool. I've actually seen a whiskey site that does that too, and I think it's
a great idea. I would say let's steal it, but I'm going to give all credit to those guys and run with it because I think it's a great idea.
So the best ideas in life are stolen.
No, we're friends here. I won't do that, but we might do something like that. It's a great idea. I highly suggest you guys.
We're not the first ones to come up with a 1 out of 5 rating, so I mean it happens.
No, I get you. But you know what I mean.
No, that is cool. And he said we're at 34 now, which is cool. Thank you for the shout out. But of course, that's awesome. Thank you for coming on.
No doubt about it.
Out with us.
All right, so let's get down to it.
All right,
here's number one. I don't know what to say about. I love this character. I love Tim Allen. I watched this show religiously when I was probably 13, 14, 15 years old. He was great, and I don't really watch the reboot now. What is this the new show he's on? I don't really watch this much.
I don't know. He got canceled. They got pulled back on and canceled again. I'm not sure, but
I mean, this show was great, right? I mean, there's so many characters. The guy behind the fence. What was the guy behind the fence's name? His
John. Help us out. Who's the guy behind the fence?
I don't know him, but the neighbor. But I related to him because he was a tool man guy, but he stunk at everything. And when I try to do home improvement stuff, I stink at it too. And so I could totally relate to him.
Do you want to tell your plumbing adventure story?
My plumbing or my dad's plumbing? What I don't know.
When you told your wife that you could fix your sink, and then 10 minutes later you're
that's recent. Yeah, we were trying to put in a new faucet. I was like, I could totally do it. Totally, it's not hard. You unhook the water, and I couldn't even get the water unhooked. Okay, so I tried for like 30 minutes to get the water unhooked. I had to call my guy Larry and Danny, who does all of me and Andy's like home improvement stuff. He's like, sure, Todd, I'll come over and do it. Literally in 10 minutes, he had it done. Literally in 10 minutes.
I believe his words were, Todd, do you know how to turn the water off? No, I'll be over in 10 minutes.
That's what he also said. I was like, well, I thought I did, but I can't. He's like, I'll be over. Don't do anything. He knew I screwed up.
So John, Scott, WrestleMania, Craft Beer, they all said Wilson. Yes, we forgot it. So
there you go.
The four of you.
Think of that. Do we like that? I mean, come on, Tim the Tool Time Taylor. You gotta love this character, right?
Tool Time. Yeah, Tim the Tool Man Taylor. He was great. Yeah. He was great, and he was Santa Claus.
More power. More power. Right.
He was fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a great pick.
There you go. All right, so that's your number 7 too. So again, there was number 1, and then here is Andy's number 1. There it is.
Go figure. This is your number 4.
Yes. I mean, you can't not have them on, right?
No. I mean, he's the worst dad of all time, but he's so bloody. I mean, here you go, Todd. Just look at this again.
Beer.
How can you not love
Andy? Tell us some of your favorite Homer episodes, like instances. Think of something real quick off the top of your head that you absolutely loved. I'm putting you on the spot.
You put me on the spot? Okay.
Think of a Homer, and in the chat too, because I know there's got to be a lot of Simpsons.
Like your favorite Homer moments?
Your favorite Homer moment. What would it be? I haven't watched The Simpsons in a long time. If my brother's watching this, he would tell me in a second. But
I think my favorite was when he's in the bathtub and he's singing "My Baloney." He has a first name. It's Homer, and it's a Treehouse of Terror episode. Then the little Krusty runs out with a pitchfork and he's running naked past Patty and Selma. And they said, "There goes my last fleeting chance of heterosexuality as he walks by." I don't know. I love this show. He's and old Simpsons, especially. Probably the
longest running TV show, right?
Yeah, they're gonna be 31 seasons next year, I think, which is just insane.
I think Disney now owns The Simpsons. They own 21st Century Fox. So here's the thing.
I've probably seen 2 episodes of Simpsons my entire life. That's amazing.
Who said that?
Brian.
Again, see, we have this love-hate relationship with Brian.
Everyone loved the gaining weight to stay home. That's the one where Homer had the moo-moo. He gained as much weight as he could so he could stay home on disability.
Yes. Yes, that's a great episode.
Oh my goodness. This by far, I mean, he's probably the most iconic TV dad no matter what. I mean, so it's definitely
Craft Beer Reviews, Finish the Glass said they're now on Disney Plus. And here's the thing: if you go to Universal Studios, I love Disney and like theme parks and Universal. There's a like Simpsons Land, and you can go into Moe's Tavern and buy Duff beer.
Yeah,
Disney owns that now. How's that going to work?
Well, there's been two sides to that. One is that after the 31st season, they're just going to cancel it.
But still, Disney owns the properties to it. I can't imagine they would let the Universal continue on to have a Simpsons Land in Universal Studios.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. But I'll tell you. I sometimes you ever
see Canadian Brewing. I went to Moe's Tavern when I went to Universal. See, I'm like, how's that gonna work? It's a whole land. I mean, you can do Krusty Krab. You can do everything. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
He said he had a Duff beer.
Yeah,
I was thinking about this not too long ago, Todd. Sometimes I think if I could be one rich person, who would I want to be?
One rich person,
like ridiculously rich, right? And then if you think about musicians and athletes and stuff like that, here's the problem with that. If you're Michael Jordan, you can't go out in public without being mobbed. If you're Bono from U2, you don't go out in public without being mobbed.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the voice of Homer Simpson, who gets $1 million bucks in an episode for 30 years, and he ridiculously rich, and no one could pick you out of a crowd if you paid them. You can walk up and get a Big Mac and
walk to the bar and start doing Homer's voice. You would instantly be
what a fantastic job. I mean, I think I would want to be the voice of Homer Simpson.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead, Andy.
If you don't like your job, you don't strike. You just go in every day and you do it really half-assed. That's the American way.
What did he say?
That's what it reminds me.
Never try. We learned never try.
And he was on. Remember when he took over for the commissioner of the sanitation department?
Yes. Yeah.
He spent all their money within 2 weeks. But Marge, it let me sign checks with a stamp. A stamp, Marge. A stamp.
So there's our top 10, guys. There it is from top to bottom. Let's open it up to the chat. We would love to bring you guys in before we get into our whiskey. I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
Yeah, you can do that.
Bring me back. Hey, there I am.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Was that fun? Did you guys like that? I was skeptical on that topic, but once I did it, I loved it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too. So tell us, let's get the link in the chat and let's get some people in.
Link should be coming up. Hold on.
Got it, Andy?
It's coming, I believe. There we go.
There you go.
So the link is there. Homer's famous alcohol, the cause of and solution of all of life's problems. Yes, that is probably his most famous of all of his quotes.
Oh boy, there you go.
So we have so yes, definitely come on and tell us who we missed, and
please,
because there's a ton out there. So, and who's the craft beer says we should have had Uncle Phil. Yeah, so we'll see who we missed.
Hey, come on and tell us. There you go. I can't get a chat to work, but whatever. There we go. Anyway,
you're good. All right, so let's bring John in. We haven't seen John in a while.
It's good to see you, buddy. Come on. Don't go anywhere, guys. Come on this.
Come on. We had like 9 people last week, so just jump on and let us know.
Yes,
Johnny, you're live, man.
What's going on? Why you look good?
Adam,
everything.
Yeah, so I got this hat for you, Andy.
Oh, I love it. I love
hat, by the way. I've never seen you wear that. I love it.
Yeah, I don't wear a lot of hats anymore. I still have hair.
You still have a nice head of hair, John. That's all right.
Summertime is hat time for Todd. So
I just happened to put that on for you. How you guys doing?
John, first of all, I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, happy Father's Day, buddy.
Yeah.
Happy.
Oh, you're at the pool. What? First of all, what are you drinking?
I probably shouldn't tell you because you're probably gonna laugh. So
no, we don't laugh. We don't judge.
Yes, we do.
So this is a High Noon.
What is that?
I
can't see it. You're missing it, John. You were right.
There you go.
High Noon.
What is
vodka soda?
Oh,
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that either. Is it good?
It's good for traveling with. It's already made for you.
Oh, all right.
Like good for the beach or the pool or whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, so you guys good?
What do we miss?
Tell us, because you're great at this stuff, John. Who was on the list that we should have had?
You didn't miss that many. You missed Stephen Keaton from Family Ties.
I thought of him. Yep. Yeah, I had him very close, but he didn't make it.
Philip Drummond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, from Philip Drummond from Different Strokes.
Oh, Different Strokes.
Different Strokes. Now you're thinking Philip Banks, Todd. No, Philip Drummond. Yeah.
Now, Uncle Phil. Somebody mentioned Uncle Phil. You definitely missed Uncle Phil. Like you both dropped the ball on that one.
I know. Somebody just met.
I mean,
There's a reason for that, Johnny. I'll let you know in a minute. But go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Peter Griffin. Where was Peter Griffin?
Andy,
I thought about that, and he just didn't crack my top 10. I don't know. I mean,
I'm
he's fine,
shocked. I'm shocked.
but yeah, he just didn't crack my top 10.
But my favorite that you missed, who probably would have been if I ranked them. Well, there's two. One is Morty Seinfeld. You had Frank Costanza, but you didn't get Morty Seinfeld.
Oh yeah. Who's the better character though? Morty
well,
or
no, Frank Costanza is definitely a better character and was in it more. I mean, he was definitely more recurring because the Seinfelds lived in Florida.
Correct.
But he was a good character too. But no, my top one that you guys missed, and I have no idea whether you guys like this show or not, but Red Forman from That 70s Show.
Yeah, I
is one of the greatest.
I forgot
TV
his name.
ever.
John, I've probably seen, I don't know, maybe a dozen or so episodes of that show. But when I did, by far, he was the best character. He stole the show from every time I watched it. He was by far the best one on that show.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that show a lot, you should definitely, while we're doing nothing else, you should binge it a little.
Eclipse of what you're talking about, Willis. Yeah, that's so there's a TV that we missed, no doubt. And also Mike of the Brady Bunch. That's another one that I was thinking somebody might like say something about that. I mean,
it's not a show I ever watched though.
No.
You didn't watch it when you were growing up? You didn't see Brady Bunch?
I mean, yeah, I probably watched it in Syndicate a little bit, but yeah.
Not much, but yeah, I saw it.
Archie,
and then you also missed. We're going back to TGIF with Full House. You missed Carl Winslow too.
Oh shoot!
Yes. that's Officer Winslow, John. Yes, we did. That's
What was Carl Winslow's best character that he ever played?
Die Hard.
Yes, Die Hard.
Yeah.
He was a cop. He was a cop in that.
There too.
Right,
yeah.
John, let me ask you this. What should we do for these top 10 lists? Give us some. I'm going to ask you because you're pretty tuned with some good lists. What do you like that secondary character?
I do. That was one that I had mentioned a while back. I think that's a great one. I do like your like non-syndicated shows, like streaming or premium channel shows, or
non-network television TV shows.
So I can throw Tony Soprano up there again. Yeah.
There you go.
I'd say probably most of my secondary characters probably come from Seinfeld and The Sopranos.
That's true.
There's a lot to choose. We could actually eventually we could probably do a dedicated episode to like a single show, like a Sopranos or a Simpsons or a Sopranos.
I mean, those are ones. Sopranos, Simpsons,
Seinfeld episodes.
Seinfeld
top 10.
But
I mean, come on.
See, but you're cornering yourself if you do top 10 Seinfeld episodes because you might have people that don't like Seinfeld or watch Seinfeld.
Yeah, true. That's true.
We hope eventually they come for us, John.
Eric said we missed John Amos.
You might be waiting a while for that.
Yeah, that's true. I set myself up for that one. But no, the other thing is, John, before I let you go, we've been getting requests the past couple of weeks. A lot of people are asking us, please do a hairbands series or a week. So we've got something coming up in the works too, which you might read back. You might be good on that topic and able to help us out every other. So
we didn't already do that.
No, we just did our top artists.
Favorite artists. Of course, we love hair.
Right.
But if we just make it very specific, we'll see.
Yeah, top hair bands would be good.
Well, we're gonna need you to go over 3 weeks. It'll be good.
Oh,
we got some ideas. A series.
That's all we do now. Because Andy doesn't edit.
If Todd knew how, we'd be fine, but that's okay.
If Andy would let me. All right, we're getting in a little bit of a cat fight.
All right. Yes. While we fight, John, we thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah, good seeing you guys. Cheers.
See you too, brother. Talk to you soon.
See you.
All right. Bye. Good friend, John. Cliff said, Tony Danza, who's the boss with stepdad that turned into dad? That's funny.
That's funny. Yeah. There you go. Have you done sports movies? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I thought about that.
Good one.
Sports movies is definitely on the list. I think we should do. So craft beer reviews, we're not getting your camera. If you want to jump on, if not, just type in that you don't want the camera. That's fine. But we're not getting you. We're gonna throw Monica on real quick because we do see her. So Monica, what is going on?
Hey guys, I made it home.
Oh, what's going
You're
on? How
And
are
my
you?
little brother. Sorry, your wife is sick, buddy.
I know.
Yeah, we're sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Everything's okay.
So you want to know what I think you missed?
I would.
You know, I'm a little older. So what happened to Tom Bosley? You didn't have Happy Days Mr. Cunningham on?
Oh, yep.
There's one.
And I'm going to go through because wait a minute, I should have started from like at least some from when I was growing up too. Like there was the dads who had tons of kids, like Michael Landon from Little House on the Prairie. You got Dick Van Patten with like 8 is enough. You know, these dads with like massive kids before birth control. I guess I don't know.
That's right.
I mean, I even remember the dad from Flipper. I used to watch Flipper growing up. I don't know if you guys watched the Dolphin show Flipper. Yeah, it was an older one. The Courtship of Eddie's Father, Bill Bixby. That was a good one.
Don't know that one either.
Yeah. And then who else did I have? You guys said Brady Bunch. Oh, yeah. And you can't like do Simpsons and not like say Fred Flintstone or George Jetson. I know they're going to say Simpsons and they're going to forget all about the Jetsons and Fred Flintstone. Yabba dabba doo.
That is true. Dang it. See, there's so many out there. That's a good thing. It's all
there
good.
Are, yeah. I mean, and even I'm glad John said Red Forman because that was pretty funny. But
yep.
And then the last ones that I really remember watching is like Damon Wayans, My Wife and Kids.
Yep.
He was a really funny dad. And George Lopez. You know, of course, I grew up with George Lopez.
There you go. There you go. There's the list. So here's the thing for everybody in the chat. After our, not to get us ahead of schedule here, but we'll be moving over to Monica's channel and having a little after party, right? It's a fun time over there.
Yeah.
Although he's not here.
I have some catching up to do because I was really well on my way by this time last week, but I had to go to work today. So.
Well,
all right.
We'll catch up.
We'll keep plugging it before we head over there. So we make sure.
Well, I'm having the Jack Green apple right now, and then I've got the Elijah. And I guess you're supposed to let it breathe, so I'm trying to do it right. It's already smelling like I'm not going to like this one either.
Oh, no. There it is, guys. Get ready. Hold on. We'll bring it back for that, okay? So don't drink it yet. All right?
I won't.
All right, Monica.
Thank you, Monica.
We'll see you soon.
Okay.
Craft beer, hang tight for a second. I did.
Don't go anywhere. We see you now.
He's been trying to come on, and I said, Dad, go get Mom again. But I was excited. I got to talk to my dad this morning. He got excited about this list. He's been researching. I said, Dad, you just let me know, and you can jump on with us. It is Father's Day themed, by the way. So,
real quick before Brian Miller has to log off. All right. So, Brian, we'll see you next week for another list. So, cheers, buddy.
Thank you, Brian. And Dad, that's how Todd does a buzzkill. He's really good at that. So, But anyway, without further ado, Dad, to make sure you turn whatever you got on down.
Uh-oh.
And Dad, that's how Todd does a buzzkill.
There it is. He doesn't know that, Andy.
Turn your phone down or off.
Where's your mom, Andy? Where's Michelle?
Or you got to get Mom.
Hey, guys. You got me?
Yeah, we got you. You're up.
Turn your phone down.
Turn your volume down.
What?
Where's your mom, Andy?
Where's your
turn the phone off, turn your phone off.
My phone is off.
You're up.
My phone is off, guys.
On your computer.
Where's your mom, Andy? What else is playing? Turn the phone off. Turn your phone off.
Let's try to get your mom in there. We'll come back to your dad then.
Dad, whatever else is playing, mute it. There's got to be two things playing at once. This is riveting entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
You guys on now?
No,
Am
you're on. You're on. We're just.
That's good. Actually, we're good. We're good now.
Whatever you did,
We're good?
just whatever you did, don't do anything else. You're good.
Okay.
Happy Father's Day.
Guys,
This is my dad, Tony Danza.
You know who you're dealing with, right?
Right. Mr. John, I hear you have a list ready for us that you can't wait to tell us.
No, listen. You know what? I get excited sometimes when Andy and you guys are on the radio here or TV and whatever. But
hey,
fine.
Dad, before you start, I will say this for the world to hear. So I was thinking, I'm a very lucky man to have such a good father, and so I'm very blessed, and I've said that before. But I was thinking of my favorite moment with my dad, and I've been trying to kind of figure this out. We've had many, we've played ball together, and you've coached all of my teams, but my favorite moment. You throw this up, Dad. That is us at
My graduation.
Duquesne graduation. So to let the story go as it is, my dad was 1969, Dad? That you was supposed to graduate?
1969, yes.
So 1969, my father was supposed to graduate from Duquesne University. He did graduate, but before he was able to walk, he was drafted by the Army and pulled overseas and did not get to walk and get his diploma. Fast forward, almost 20 years later, I went back to school to get my master's degree, and I went to Duquesne, the same school that my dad went to 20 years later. And I also missed my walk of my undergrad and did not get my diploma for different reasons, but that's another story. And anyway, so what happened was I called Duquesne and said, look, my father never got his diploma. At least he never walked. And I'm walking for the first time. Can you hook him up with a cap and gown, and can he walk with me? My dad had no idea. Set it up as a surprise. So as we're standing outside of the arena to go in and accept the diploma, my dad says, hey, where's my cap and gown? Like completely had no idea. Oh, and I said, right here, Dad. I handed him one. I said, you're walking with me today. Kid you not. We walk inside. The headmaster announces his name in front of a packed auditorium and says, we have a special guest. We have someone who missed his graduation. He's walking with his son 20 years later. He gets a standing ovation for like 5 minutes, like he's Cal Ripken Jr. It was crazy. The place erupts and goes nuts. And my family is all there in attendance. To this day, probably the coolest father-son moment I've ever shared. So I said, you know what? I'm bringing Dad on tonight. I might as well tell the world about he's just an awesome man. So I love you, Dad. And I wanted to share that with you because I wanted everybody to hear, that story. But I have thousands of others, but I just figured I would let everyone know and embarrass you a little bit on TV.
Well, that's a very nice story. It really was a fabulous time, and you can say the rest for my eulogy. All right.
There you go.
Let's hope that's not.
Right there. By the way, Brian Burrows. I don't know if you guys remember. Brian Burrows is in our chat. How awesome is that?
That's really cool. Brian, I haven't seen you in a long time. What's going on, man?
Hello, Brian. How you doing?
He said, I have not seen this man in a long time. There you go. Look at that. YouTube's bringing us together, Mr. John.
Yeah. There you go.
That's really,
cheers, Brian
really
Burrows.
cool.
Good to have you on, man.
So,
that's awesome.
There you go.
Anyway.
All right, Derek. Oh,
so anyways, Derek said, that's awesome, Derek. Thank you. So, Dad, I know you were excited. You called me with your top 10 list, so I think it's pretty good. Go ahead and read it off to us and let us know what we missed.
All right. Well, you guys hit on a lot of good ones, really. And there are so many good ones out there, except, coming from my age group, there was a lot of things that you guys were never even thought of at the time. So, but, going back, I think Monica may have hit, or John may have hit Philip Banks for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And that was my 10. So I think he may have hit that. The Andy Griffith show with Andy Taylor. That was when Opie, Ron Howard was on. That was back that was 1960. It had about a 6-year run. Barney Fife and all those guys. Oh, yes. Fun time. Number 8 is Father Knows Best. You guys ever hear Father Knows Best?
Oh, gosh, yes.
Okay, that's back in 1954. So
that was a Jackie Gleason, right?
Well, no, it was
my mom, Robert Young. My mom said that earlier in the chat, Mr. John. Father Knows Best, Robert Young.
Father Knows Best, Jane Wyatt. Yeah, Father Knows Best. That was when sitcoms and were very tame. And at least they had some semblance of what a family was like.
So it wasn't Homer Simpson, huh?
No, it wasn't Homer Simpson, guys. It wasn't Homer Simpson.
Or Al Bundy, or.
And then, of course, there's Ozzie and Harriet. You got to go to Ozzie and Harriet. with the Nelson family, and they were very popular. And Rick Nelson was the popular one, and but it was
Rick
full
Nelson the father of.
What?
Who was Rick Nelson the father of, Andy?
Rick Nelson was the father of the Nelson twins.
Twins.
I can't live without
I
your
think
love
it's
and affection thing.
Gunner something.
That's
whatever.
right, Matt and Gunner. Look at you, Dad, naming hairband.
Yes. And they went on to be the
that.
hairband Nelson.
Yes,
band.
they were. They were one of the bands responsible for killing hair metal. So yeah.
You know,
Andy, we love that. Stop it.
who was Ricky Nelson married to?
That I don't know.
Lucy Nelson.
No, it was Christy Harmon, which is it was what's the guy on CSI? Or not CSI? What?
Law and Order.
No.
I don't know. Now I'm out of my league, Dad.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, at any rate, and then here's a switch. It's a big soap back in 1978. It's the Dallas. Remember Dallas?
Yes.
Ewing?
Yeah, Ewing family.
Ewing family.
Yeah.
Ewing Oil. And, Who killed JR?
You were not allowed to watch Dallas.
I know.
That's the thing, Mr. John.
But that's what made Larry Hagman famous.
That's right. There you go. Look at
That's right. And it turned out that Kristen Shepard was the one who killed JR. Mary Crosby.
There you go.
Thank you, Google.
Someone, yeah. So then the number 5 on my list is I Love Lucy. I Love Lucy.
Yes.
Oh God. Yeah. Desi Arnaz.
Ricky Ricardo was a Cuban singer.
Desi Arnaz.
Almost made my list.
That's my mom. I mean, if she's still watching, she agrees with that 100%, Mr. John. Yes.
And of course, there's a lot of spin-offs with that when they broke up. But
correct.
So.
Yep.
So that's a good question.
Andy,
and number 4, you already touched on. That was the Flintstones with Barney and
Monica.
Barney and Fred. Monica said that, but that's a good call.
Guys, who was the voice of Fred?
I don't know.
Who?
Voice of Fred.
I don't know.
It was John Goodman. Who was the voice of Barney?
I don't know.
Ray, you're talking about the movie. They played that. They weren't the original voices. They were the live action characters in the movie. I saw that movie. Yeah, they were the. Trust me on this.
Okay. All right.
John Goodman was a little young for that.
Mr. John, who was the Bewitched father? You remember Bewitched? Do you remember that show, Bewitched?
Yeah. That was with
asking about that in the chat. I thought you might know.
Oh God.
Somebody in the chat, hopefully.
Her name was Montgomery. What was the name? Larry Hagman was in Bewitched, and it was Montgomery. What was her first name?
I have no idea. Just trying to answer the question.
Her name was Montgomery. Last name was Montgomery.
All right, there you go.
Anyway.
But Dad, just to let you know, Alan Reed is the voice of Fred Flintstone.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Well, then you got me.
I gotcha.
All right, you got me. And you guys failed. You guys failed.
Montgomery. There, Elizabeth Montgomery.
Elizabeth Montgomery, right. You guys failed on this one. How could you not forget The Godfather?
Dad's put Don Corleone, The Godfather, as for his number 3. And I told him,
but isn't that a movie?
It is a movie. I told him he gets a pass on
it, but
because it's just a great.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yes.
That's not The Godfather, though.
Oh,
that's a different. That's a different.
Whatever.
Okay.
Hey, hold on, Mr. John. Brian Burr says you have not changed a bit, Mr. John.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate
it. All right, Dad. You got number 2 and number 1 coming up. What you got?
The number 2 is the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, the Beverly Hillbillies. Monica likes that one. I can see her shaking.
With Jed Clampett and Ellie Mae. Oh yeah, you can't forget that. And this is the best one, guys. Number 1.
I love
it. It's David Seville on the Alvin family. Alvin, Simon, and Theodore.
Oh, Dave Seville.
Guys, a little bit of fun, you know.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's
great.
Fantastic.
Alvin.
He's number 1. Yeah, David Seville.
Go figure, right? It's a cartoon.
That's awesome. So
Well,
Father like son.
It was fun. It was fun.
that's right. We both had a cartoon for a number one. But hey,
Here's the question, Mr. John. I want. This is the task I want to give you.
Yeah.
We love you having you on, and we want you to keep coming on. I want to see Miss Sally come on with some lists. Your mom,
Well,
Andy.
she'll never do it.
Come on, it's your firstborn son.
She'll
The
never do it.
problem is that nobody would look at me, then they would look at her. That's all.
Well, okay, I get.
So
you.
if you're trying to get me off, that's fine. I put her on.
No,
Hey,
both
Henry,
of you-
come over here. Come over here. I just want you. I want to introduce you to some guys.
Yeah,
I want to see if you know them.
you're, I know I can hear Mom saying "hell no" in the background right now.
Yeah, well,
happen.
that's who she is.
But we'll work on it.
Honey,
Yes.
come on.
Here's
Come here.
Chip
Come
had a
here.
beard.
Yes, I hear.
Is he coming? Hey,
Hey,
Mom, all right, you did come on. There we go.
there we
So-
go. It's complete now.
So
This is
on-
my better half, guys. This is my better half.
How many years married? How many years?
46
Uh-oh.
years. 46 years.
oh wow.
Jeez.
46 years.
Look at that, everybody. It's
Not
amazing.
to embarrass him, but on a
It's-
rainy night in 1975, one too many Budweisers, and this is what happens. So
More like
thank you
Coca-Cola.
both.
as long as
You mean
Andy,
you? You mean you?
I hope it's me.
That was the 4th of July in 1975.
I didn't even know
Sorry.
that.
Now we're learning about
There we go. Now the world knows that. I had no idea. So
Yeah, me
wow.
4th of July has a new meaning for you, Andy.
I'll remember this next week. Wow. Thank
Everybody in chat, just get that.
And I'm a bicentennial baby. A lot of patriotic blood going through. Which is great, but that's
Love
awesome.
it. Love it.
I
Oh,
said,
that's great. Look at that. Eric Williams.
This is awesome that you guys both came on.
Bring the
Brian said, "Hi to Miss Sally. Bring the whole family." That's fantastic.
right now, this is all that's here right now, Andy.
All right.
Well, look, I love you both. Thank you very
Yeah.
much for coming on. That was
Parents. Look at
awesome.
that.
My
Thanks
parents.
thanks for sharing the time tonight, and you guys are putting on a good program. It's really nice.
Thanks,
Thank
Dad.
Brian, good seeing you, Brian.
There you go. See, look at that.
Look at
well,
that. Look at
We'll
that.
have to have
Look at
if you can figure out the technology piece, we'll have Dad on as a guest one night where he can do a take.
Oh, we would love that.
Good.
See, look at that. Andy,
Not
we-
that I can give too much commentary.
you should have both
Oh.
of the dads on one night.
Well, I
Oh,
tried to miss
Oh,
Joe,
bring
but
Joe on.
he
we'd
doesn't know how
have
to
to
work
up
the
our
camera.
ratings a little bit.
Yeah,
We
I would
don't
love
have the capacity. Yeah.
One, we probably would get demonetized because he's talking about something crazy. And two, he doesn't know how to work the computer real well. So
So we'll get both dads on one night, and trust me, you won't want to miss that one. That'll be a ton of fun. But
all right.
all right, love you both, guys. Thank
gotta
you.
gotta bring George back too. Remember.
All
We
right.
will.
All right. We will.
We will.
All right.
Hey,
Okay.
Dad, this is my show. I'm kicking you off. I love you.
Bye, guys. Oh, man.
Hey, I changed your diaper. What are you talking about?
Oh,
That's enough. All right, bye, Dad.
We know when to change your diaper.
Okay.
We know when
See
you were
you. See you later.
conceived. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my
Fireworks, all right. Look at that. Oh,
There you go.
my. All right.
All
Well,
right,
that was
fantastic. Salute to the wife of Mr. Andy said that's so funny. All right, craft beer reviews. You guys have been patient, so thank
Yeah,
you.
let's bring 'em
It's
on.
awesome to have
New
you
friends.
on.
New
Remember, no language, keep it clean. Kids watching. Apparently, my parents too. But other than that, you guys are
we know
gold.
what you
Good,
can see,
good to have you.
What's going on,
We'll
guys?
try to keep it. Generally, we're pretty crude and rude too, but we'll work on it. So
There you go. Good to see you guys.
wanted to thank you for the shout out. Go ahead and feel free to use that scoreboard idea. Just keep giving us shout outs. So that's totally cool.
Please.
We're gonna actually crack these open for you.
Ooh, what do we got here? Oh, Andy, look at that.
This is
What?
Be Someone, Honey Wheat, and she's gonna open up some Knob Creek and Dr. Pepper.
Nice, nice.
Oh,
All
and
right.
Dr. Pepper. Well,
I
you
love a little
Cheers.
Knob Creek.
well, cheers, guys. Yeah, we're all about whiskey too. That's great. You guys are too. I love that. So we got a little Elijah Craig, although we don't put it with Dr. Pepper though. But I wouldn't mind it. That's why it sounds good. Some of these ones back here.
It tastes like candy.
Oh, well, there you
It
go.
does. It tastes like candy, especially with this Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Jeez,
Wow.
Man,
my lord.
that's good.
So I
So
found
the
this
only
guy.
dads that we really wanted to add to your list, they mentioned Uncle Phil already, but we're 90s kids. So we got Fred Flintstone,
Yep.
amazing dad, Gibbs from NCIS,
Oh,
We missed that.
yes.
George Jetson,
Yeah, George
fantastic.
Jetsons. Yeah, I think didn't Monica say the Jetsons and also
Like that, but that's a great call. Yeah.
Alfred for Batman.
Father figure.
He was the father figure.
Oh, all right. Okay. I like that. I didn't even think
Colonel
about it.
Potter from MASH.
Oh, that's a good pull right there. He's a dad. Yeah. Yes.
He was a dad. He was a dad.
You're 90.
like
Obi-Wan from Star Wars.
Well,
There was a TV show, so it still counts.
yeah. Well, we evidently.
we gave Dad the
and
Godfather,
then-
so you can have Star Wars.
Yes.
And then Martin Crane from Frasier.
Oh,
Yes,
that's very good pull, both
I
of you.
talked to my dad this morning. He said, "What about Frasier?" The dad. I was like, "You know what? That's one we missed too."
Totally.
So,
Absolutely.
that's a
Well,
that's,
I do want to just, if you don't mind, I want to do my own plug. we have a episode coming out tomorrow at noon, so if y'all want to check that out, I'd appreciate it. But love you guys. Thank y'all for inviting me on. So you're awesome.
Hey, come back. You guys come back whenever you want. It'd be great. It's great to have you, and we appreciate it. And then if you all have not subscribed yet, we'll throw the go over and check them out. Craft beer reviews, good stuff. Good people.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Enjoy that Knob Creek and Dr. Pepper. That
Yeah,
sounds
Monica,
pretty
I
darn
don't know if
good.
you can do it through their link in chat.
Yeah, Monica, if you can help, Monica will put your stuff up because Monica, she helps us more than Todd.
Thank you, Monica. We'll
Monica, because she's great too. So that's
She's awesome.
right?
Yep.
Cheers, guys.
Love it.
Love your channel,
Cheers.
man. Keep it up, man. Love it. Tomorrow they
Cheers.
Cheers.
Andy, when are we gonna have a video coming out?
You can stop right now.
I'm just
You know how long it takes for me to do the control board and all this stuff?
I'm just messing with you. Hey, Jody's here.
Jody popped in. All right. We'll put his stuff out in a minute, but here you go. Check out Craft Beer Reviews. Finish the Glass. There is their YouTube.
Fun new channel. Just getting started. Please check them out.
Yeah, good stuff. So
Yeah.
we always want to promote that. If you have not subscribed to them yet and you like beer reviews, well,
And fun
this
people.
place to go.
'Cause that's what we're
Now,
about.
so Scott, I am gonna put you on the spot. Robot Scott is becoming our bourbon staple every week. In fact, I'm not sure what we're gonna do if he ever misses a week because he's kind of our whiskey guru.
Well, we're gonna bring on Jody then, I guess.
We're just gonna have to. That's right. We got Jody here too, so we got Jody as well. So he didn't come up as live stream. Well, we're here, Jody, every Tuesday, unless something catastrophic happens. We're gonna be here for now.
Andy, are we getting to the whiskey of the week?
We are.
It is that time of the show.
It is, and I wish I had something fun to pull up, but I don't think I do. You set me up on a tee, and I didn't do anything, did I?
If anybody, well, super chat. Andy has a fun super chat too. I can't wait for you to do
I
that.
do have a super chat. If we get one, yeah, I do have a fun super.
Here's the thing, Scott. So it's whiskey of the week. Andy, you want to tell, or Scott, or whoever, what is the whiskey of the week if they don't know?
So tonight, our whiskey of the week is Anything and Everything by Elijah Craig, the father of bourbon. Again, sticking with our bourbon theme. You know what? I think we're going to skip what we had planned before. Let's just go to Elijah Craig. The dad's hat. That
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, sure.
let's skip that. You can have it, but it's not that great.
So every Saturday, we'll talk about that story in a second. Every Saturday or Sunday over the weekend, Andy will post on our YouTube discussion board what the whiskey of the week is, and hopefully either you have it already or you can. We're not going to ever do like something outrageously pricey, right? Andy, is that correct? Or until we run out of
that's the price I like. We're going to do it,
This-
but
I
most
got-
times it's accessible.
So I'm not the whiskey expert at all, but I'll tell you, this was a store pick, and you guys can tell what a store pick is. But this is our local liquor store. Whitey's had this for $29. To me, is that a good price there, Scott? By the way, Scott,
Did you get to try it?
I've
Let's
not
see.
tried it. I haven't popped it yet. Ready? Here we go. Oh, that was bad pop. Dang it. I like the
And so, Scott, I have a question for you. I have two barrel picks with me tonight. I am going to try the Big Red, so I'm going to be having some. See, Monica, Todd, you set her up. So Monica did give us.
Well, Andy, you got to do it now.
I have to do it now, right?
Do
All
it.
right.
Andy's got something. Yes, we got a super sticker. Go, Andy.
Awesome.
I got a quarterback option with elite sauce.
Elite sauce? That's me. I'm elite.
Look at that. A super elite super chat from Monica. The best. We love you, Monica. And he worked on that. I mean, it's got, if you know Joe Flacco, there was a debate about if he was elite or not. Was he elite there, Scott?
I got paid like he's elite, so that sounds like elite to me.
That's a good answer.
Thank you, Monica. You are the best.
Monica.
You are the best.
That was awesome. That's how Todd solicits. That
Love
was.
it.
That,
I wanted
that
to
was
show
pretty
that so bad.
I know you did.
And
Keep
so,
working.
all right. So every weekend, Andy will post whatever the
Monica
whiskey of
wasn't
the week.
impressed, but that's all right.
No, she doesn't probably know who. Maybe you can come up with something different, Andy, just for Monica.
I got some other ones. Don't worry. I got some stuff. I can see her laugh in the background, thinking that's funny. Don't worry. We still have to come on with you later. So, you know.
All right. So here, let me just ask some questions here about Elijah Craig is the whiskey of the week. So when you said any Elijah Craig, how many different Elijah Craigs are out there? I mean, is it endless? What do we got? And I see Monica. She's got something. So maybe we should bring anybody who has Elijah Craig. Let us know. We can bring you on for this. Yeah, I think we bring you on, Andy.
There's quite a few Elijah Craigs. Sorry, my dog's going out in front of the table. So there's the standard Elijah Craig, and then there's a million store picks of Elijah Craig, like you guys grab. And then they have the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and there's 3 of those released each year. There's an A, B, and C. Then there's Elijah Craig 18 and Elijah Craig 23.
Jeez.
That are released once a year.
Okay.
There's a lot. Now, Scott? What should I do? I've got B and C here for my barrel proofs.
What do you have, Andy? Wait, what do you have, Andy?
C19, and I have the. Well, never mind. I left my B upstairs. I guess I have an extra bottle of C.
He's got 2 of the same bottle.
I'm gonna go with B.
Let's just do that, and that's fine. We're gonna go barrel proof C19.
All right. So Monica, you have some, right? Doesn't Monica have some? I think anybody else in the chat, if you have Elijah Craig, if you got it, let us know and we'll bring you on. I think we need to bring Monica on. Monica, there you are. Hello.
Here I am.
Scott, Monica Scott.
How's it going, Monica?
Yeah, he was on my panel last week. I got the 94, the regular, I guess, small batch. Supposed to be sweeter, but doesn't smell sweeter.
So Monica got the 94, the small batch. Todd, you've got the store pick of the small batch.
So Scott, help me understand. How is mine different than Monica's? I know it's a store pick. It's a single barrel, right?
Right. So basically, Monica is the one that they blend so many couple of 100,000 barrels together and try to put out the exact same flavor profile anytime you buy that bottle. Yes. So the store pick is they basically went in, they picked up some cherry barrels, and then that store went in and got to taste a couple and pick which one they like the best. So those are usually either something that it really enhances the flavor of what something Elijah Craig, or something some stores will go where it's completely way different flavor profile than their standard Elijah Craig.
Got it. So have you had this store pick from what he's got? Me and Scott live right next to each other. So
so it has a serial number. What's the serial number on it?
Jesus. 5591435.
No. So I have one of Whitey's, but it's like from a year or 2 ago. So it's a different barrel.
Okay. Was that good?
Yeah.
All right. Good. All right. So this is we're trying to get more people to do this. So Monica's got Ocean usually does as well, but I know he's back though. Ocean's back.
Yeah, he's pumping in. And you know what though? I thought it was kind of neat, and I thank you guys for doing the Elijah Craig because that's what I had. But I've seen you guys reviewed it a couple of times, and no, it's been a few months back. But thanks so much for doing it. Well, I thought it kind of worked. It said the father of bourbon or whatever, so it totally worked for the Father's Day theme.
It's all themed. We were gonna do a dad's hat, which I had pulled out. This is a Pennsylvania rye whiskey.
Hold on, I got a port here, Andy. I'm going to drink that after this.
You can have it. And here's the thing. I said, hey, Scott, do you want to pour? Because he came over. So he drops me off an Elijah Craig 12-year. And I was like, wow, you did not have to do that. And I texted him and said, this is really cool. He gave me a handful of whiskeys and maybe Todd, but I'm not going to give them to Todd, which is ironic.
Andy,
I thought you'd deliver them to Todd.
Thank you, Scott, for telling the truth.
Here's the ironic thing. This is what makes me feel terrible, but I'm gonna be honest.
He'll get over it.
Yeah. So I write to Scott, I was like, man, Scott, thank you so much. I didn't expect this. So excited to try everything. And he writes back like the kindest thing in the world. This is the story. He said, whiskey is meant to be shared. Enjoy. That's true. It got me thinking, I have one of each that I can give Todd the other ones, and I'm not going to. And it defeated the entire purpose of what he writes this really nice, like, hey, it's meant to be shared. Enjoy. I'm like, I'm keeping these. These are nice. I'm not giving this
Shared, just not with Todd.
Don't worry, he's gonna share with it. He's all talk. He's a big softy. He's
Scott, you're too far across the U.S. for me to be my friend.
I know. Well, all right. So let's get into it. If I have the single, I'm going to drink mine, guys. Cheers to everybody who's got the Elijah Craig. Anybody in the chat, if you have it, let us know. We'll bring you on too. But Monica, cheers, Scott, Andy.
All right. So Todd, this is the barrel proof. This is, by the way.
Let's see Monica's reaction. Monica's reaction.
I'm trying not to make that stank face I made last week when I was like, oh.
Hold on, Scott.
You're starting out barrel proof. You're not going to start out with the regular Elijah Craig.
Well, I only have. Well, you know what? What's the proof on the 12?
The 12 is the 94, and then the Kings is a store pick from Kings of the 94.
I didn't. Should I pour that too?
What are you doing, Andy?
You're going to compare them then if you want.
Ooh.
Save something for the nightcap.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to do this.
Todd, I'm sorry that you didn't get your samples. I thought he'd deliver them to you.
Of course he did.
It was raining right after
he
you
was
left.
Really busy. Andy was really busy.
I had to put kids to bed, the whole 9 yards. And
he was researching his dad's list. You know, he's a busy man. He's still trying to decide if he wants a dog.
You had to calm down your son after I upset him.
Yep. So I had to give him a little whiskey just to put him to sleep. So that's so it was a whole 9 years. So this is why Todd didn't get his drinks tonight.
Oh man, see Steve, Ozzie, I miss him, man. Steve, can you come on for a second? I'd love to see him. I know he's in a bad spot, but good Lord, he's jealous. I feel bad that he's jealous, and we're sitting here drinking, and he's suffering. So sorry.
Yeah, he's got to watch the wife. She's not.
I know. I'm so sorry. Anyway,
I know. I hope I can handle hosting alone.
Here's the question I have for you, Monica and Scott and Andy. Now she's starting to drink some whiskey. Now the face that she made last week is kind of how I started out drinking whiskey. It's if you keep doing it, Monica, you will start saying, you know what, I picked this up. You know what, I'm starting to understand what's going on here. Your palate changes, and then you start thinking, I like that. Oh, this is what I like. Oh, that's what I like. So you just got to get through that initial like, oh, this is not a beer. This is not a mixed drink. This is whiskey. This is bourbon.
Yeah. Yeah. And I had a friend, and it was probably over a year and a half ago, that kind of introduced me. And it was funny because I was telling people, oh, I'm a whiskey drinker now. And they had, it was a friend's uncle, and he had expensive stuff like, what's the blue, the real expensive Walker or whatever. Yeah, I mean, and that stuff was smooth. And he had the little round ice to put in the glass and everything, the little round ball molds, and I think I had some Whistle Pig.
Oh, there you go. Whistle Pig.
And that stuff was pretty smooth too, but I haven't had it in a while. And now that I found all the Sweet Jack stuff, I'll try them, but I'll see how the Elijah Craig goes with Sprite or something else.
I like the store pick.
Todd's right. It's you kind of have to work on it. I read this article once that if I kept lifting weights, like muscles would grow. I haven't tried that yet, but I hear that actually happens. So like maybe that's I guess it's
not the little 5-pounders, Andy. Sorry, you have to go higher.
There you go. Look at that. Oh man. All right. So Monica, what do you think of your Elijah Craig small batch?
Yeah, the smell is off-putting to me because it smells strong to me, but actually the taste was not as bad. And like I said, I tried to just let it like a little bit, but not as much as the 101 did. And I have to tell you, my little brother Oji-san told me that it was stronger than the 101, and so now I'm like, oh no. But it's not bad. I don't know, like, again, if I'm at that point of just drinking whiskey straight, by itself, but I definitely think I could find something to mix with it and make it.
Well, craft beer was on not too long ago. They were mixing Knob Creek with some Dr. Pepper cream soda, which sounded pretty good. So
yeah, but that Knob Creek by itself is pretty good, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I like Knob Creek.
Here's the thing, Monica, and this is how I got into bourbon. Andy, maybe this is when we started drinking barrel aged beers. We love them, and I mean, we absolutely love them. And we're like, well, and they would always say it's in this barrel or that barrel. Elijah Craig, Andy, what's Bourbon County Stout? Name some of the barrels we were.
And they were in Buffalo Trace. They were in
Willet.
Willet, Knob Creek, Willet. And we're like, well,
larceny this year.
Larceny, yes.
The Willet was for the rye, yeah. So
we're like, we need to learn how that flavor imparts the beer, and it's opened a whole new world to us. So just keep at it. I promise you won't go right.
Oh, I will. I'll keep at it.
Keep drinking.
I even like starting to add, only because I had the fresh fruit left over, throwing some fruit in there, and letting some of the pineapple flavor come and mix, just so I can drink, the whiskey a little bit straighter and not with soda, because I'm trying to get off soda. But actually, I didn't drink soda until I started drinking whiskey.
That's funny. Scott, what did you Elijah Craig, what were you drinking? I didn't catch what you had.
Right now, I'm drinking Elijah Craig from King's Liquor.
All right, that's what I'm trying. By the way, I'm trying that now. This is a nice smell to it. I'm
Can I ask you a question? So you got yours from a liquor store. That's a store pick. How is it different than my store pick? It's a different barrel, right? It's a totally
different barrel, so it could be completely, night and day difference easily.
I really like this. For $29, it's sweet. It's a little sweet for me, but it's got a nice heat finish to it on the back end. I like it a lot.
You can't go wrong with Elijah Craig store picks.
I mean, so let me ask you this though: they're buying us a barrel. How many bottles of that is that? Like, so when they go out there and buy that barrel, is it how many bottles?
It all depends. It's all like what's left in that barrel. It depends on where it was in the warehouse, how much is evaporated, how old it is. If because they can get older barrels. I mean, I think the average now. So the reason they got rid of the age statement is so they don't have to put a minimum of 12-year-old bourbon in it. So I think a lot of them are now like 6-8 years old.
Okay.
So you can get one with 200 and some bottles, and you can get one that was only had a leak at one point in time that they pinned or whatever, and it only have half a barrel left. So it ranges.
Who then from Whitey's went out there and picked this barrel? And how do I get the job?
If you figure out get an in at Whitey's and how to do a store pick, please let me know, because that is on my bucket list.
Get that, Andy?
No, it's money. My cousin did that and shelled out
money.
What do you mean?
Shelled out $12,000 to not $10,000.
Well, he bought a whole barrel then.
Well, that's
bought a barrel
here, right?
What was that?
No. So liquor stores can invite people to go with them.
What? So if you've got the money, you can buy a barrel.
No, how does Whitey's Liquor get in there? Like, there's a million liquor stores, but I mean, like, so who do they send out there to do the store pick?
They get allotted so many people to go, so they can do it two ways. They can either send them a couple barrels in a sample kit, and they pick one, and they send it out, which is probably mostly what's happening right now.
Gotcha.
But they probably picked that barrel 8 months ago.
Okay.
So they either do that and then they choose it, or they'll go out there and they can take a couple people depending on which distillery it is, and they usually, most of them take staff. Sometimes they'll take one or two. If you're spending enough in the store or something.
You and Scott need to. Andy knows I know the owner too, but Andy really knows the owner.
Yeah, I mean, I would pay my way. I just want to do the experience, have the experiences of picking one.
You got to make this happen. Come on,
mute my phone.
I got the guy who knows everything about whiskey. We can pick the best barrel for you. You guys need to go out there and do this.
You can get it, labeled at 21090, approved.
Well, hold on. We're not paying for it, so that's not.
No. I just mean for marketing for them.
Super chat tonight. We can pay for this. We're fine.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Don't get me started. I'll make sure you guys can pay for it.
It's all good.
I know.
The thing is, though, so it's all about then. I assume Elijah Craig. Who makes Elijah Craig though? What's the distillery? It's
Heaven Hill.
Heaven Hill. So Heaven Hill has reps everywhere, right? And so they know who their main stores are to do these store picks. I mean, that's interesting to me, because that's something
if you show interest, though, they'll invite you out to the distillery and they'll take you back and you get to taste and sample, and so you kind of select your barrel. So, and yeah, it's all volume too. If they know you can sell it, they'll bring you out.
Hey, Chris, he's drinking dry. Anybody wants to come on? There's the link
Chris,
again.
Tell me, send that link up, Chris. Let me know what you thought of the Jack Rye. My brother bought me a bottle of it.
Okay.
And it's funny. I kind of I determine whether or not I like whiskey, whether or not it's a repeat buy or not. And so, like the Dad's Hat Todd that we had here, This is how much I've had this for about a year,
Okay.
and there's not much
Well,
gone.
here's the thing, Scott. When Andy told me the story when he came over, he said, "I'll give you some dad's right," and you're like, "That's okay." I knew it wasn't great.
Yeah, I was like, have you had that? I was like, I'll pass. I was like, I'll give you some samples.
He's looking for that Weller that you have not unopened.
Don't worry. When I open that, I'm going to share it with Scott. Scott's going to get some.
Scott, you got it, buddy. There it is.
We'll be all right.
Anybody wants to come on, please. The link's just posted. If you're drinking whiskey, beer, what have you.
Anyway, back to Chris. I thought it was okay. The Jack Rye wasn't bad, but it wasn't my favorite. I'd rather the George Dickel Rye if I'm going to be doing some Tennessee Rye, to be honest with you.
Which Jack Rye was it?
You're gonna have to help me out because
was it the one that comes? Is it like the barrel strength, the one that comes in like the select, the same as the select bottle?
No. This is the standard that came out.
Okay.
They dropped it this time last year.
Okay, I haven't had that one, but the select. I don't know if it's barrel proof or whatever. That comes in like the same bottle as the. That one's really good.
I haven't tried that. I did just get a bottle of their barrel proof of Jack that I tried for the first time about 2 weeks with my brother. I really liked it. So.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm not a huge Jack Daniels guy.
It's the only way I like Jack Daniels is the barrel proof selects. Those are delicious.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. This EC Kings is really good. I'm liking this a lot. This is really tasty.
You can go buy the Whiteys and compare. See how
I don't like the regular Jack. Ugh.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
Oceans just said the Crown Rye was okay. The Crown Rye, Crown
Royal.
Crown Royal Rye.
Rye.
Good old Canadian whiskey, Todd.
There you go. All right.
How do you even remember the tin cup rye, Oji-san? He drank it so fast.
I'm sure he doesn't want to remember it.
Hilarious.
Jimmy did a number.
Poor guy. He did do a number.
All right, hey Chris, I'm going to give you a heads up. This guy's got the best beard you'll ever see. He auditioned for ZZ Top, and they told him we would be embarrassed because your beard is better than ours. He is he's just a cool dude.
Great friend.
So please welcome the bearded beerman.
Woohoo! There he is, Chris. What's up, brother?
How's that?
Hey, how you doing?
Well,
that was nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He's got more hair on his chin than I've ever had on my head, and that's the funny part about this whole thing. Look at that.
And he wears it better too, so that's good.
Oh yeah, totally. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, the virus has been good for facial hair growth.
Oh, you can't get it trimmed. Yeah. And you know what's the only thing, Scott, you can appreciate this. When everybody's complaining, I can't get a haircut, right?
Yeah.
Look who's laughing now. Look. Don't worry about that, right? Now.
Yeah, this is all new to the Corona's lockdown and stuff. But then I was like, oh, less work. And I was like, no, I was still going to shave my head, which is most of the work.
That's true. Hey, Chris.
Comments. Look at this amazing beer legend. I mean, come on, Chris is getting
First of all, Monica, I don't know if you can find it. And there's the cat. Look at the cat. If you can find
how's my mustache look?
The Bearded Beerman's YouTube.
I sure can.
Put them in there. A great channel, Craft Beer Reviews, Finish the Glass. Chris, I just found them. Maybe you can look on them too. You'd love to hook up with them. They're a great YouTube channel that just started out. Check them out and vice versa.
I subscribed to them tonight.
There you go. I love it.
Bearded what? I'm sorry.
Bearded Beerman.
Yes, and if you have not subscribed to him, fantastic channel.
It's a
oh yeah, there he is.
Very knowledgeable.
Beers. He drinks whiskey, smokes cigars, has fun, and we love him, right?
And he sent me Def Leppard beers.
Oh my gosh, how many times do we have to hear that from him?
And where is this mute button on Monica? I'm trying to figure this out.
I told you. Look.
Hey, there's our friend John Hill from. What did she just say?
I said I don't need you to mute me. I can mute myself.
Idaho, John, I'm getting your beers ready, buddy. John Hill is our beer trader from out west. He brings us a lot of beers from Chris, your area. He gets some Bottle Logic and some Fremont and some Great Notion.
Oh, nice.
So we trade with him, and I give him a bunch of stuff from Burley Oak and RAR that he can't get out. So it's a great thing. John, I'm getting the beers this weekend, and next week they'll be out to you. So stay tuned. Anyway, Chris, what were you drinking? So here's the thing with Chris, Bearded Beerman. I saw your post. You were drinking some. I didn't know you were a big whiskey guy. You just look like a big whiskey guy. So he brews his own beer. He's a home brewer, a beer reviewer, and also a whiskey aficionado. Andy, he's your best friend. I mean, it's
there you go.
It's true. I have lots of best friends that aren't named Todd.
That's true. That's true. What are you drinking tonight? And let us know how it is.
So, my wife got for me my birthday at the beginning of June was Jura single malt Scotch.
It's gone. Jura.
Which is that?
Jura.
Do you liking it?
I'm really enjoying it. It's got a great fruit and stone fruit flavors to it. And it was fun. I took it over to my dad's house on my birthday. We cracked it open, and we really enjoyed the flavor. And then for Father's Day, went back over there, cracked it open again, and just that little bit of time with the oxidation made such a difference. It smoothed it out.
Really? It's smoothed it.
It was really nice.
Is it peaty like a lot of the single malt scotches, or like I haven't delved into that world yet. I've tried some scotch. It hasn't really done it for me yet, so I don't know if it's in my wheelhouse yet. But
the peaty is there, but it's not nearly as strong that you get in a lot of the scotches.
Okay.
Yeah,
because the campfire from High West is like one I tried not too long ago. Scott, you probably had that, and it's a blend of Scotch, bourbon, and rye all together. But the peatiness of that Scotch just is the dominant. I mean, it really, when they say campfire, it tastes like you're drinking a campfire. I mean, It's just like that. And I was like, this may not be for me yet. So
that's not all peated. You know, that's more of an extreme. And peated whiskeys. Like I haven't tried a lot of them, but I know from the few that I've tried. Because the first one I tried was the Lagavulin 10, and I was like, "This is like a campfire in my mouth," and I was like, "No thanks." And then I had then I had a few others, and I'm like, "Well, this is completely different." I was like, I still don't know if I'm into it, but it's the same thing with bourbon and scotches. Trying a couple.
I got a question. So I've never really had a high. You're saying it's smoky? Is that what you're saying? It's like a campfire smoke? Is that? So, Chris, Peter Bierman, you probably heard of like smoked porters and smoked stouts, right? That have that smoky flavor. Is that what you're tasting in the Scotch? It's that pronounced, that smokiness?
I've had some that were this strong.
Yeah.
This one's not that bad.
Okay.
This one's got a nice underline of, the fire's out and you've got that lingering of the smoke.
Yeah.
But you're not feeling like you're choking.
Gotcha. Because my brother-in-law came over this weekend. I'm like, I got some nice bourbons I've acquired. You want to have one? He's like, I like Scotch. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I don't have none of them. So, yeah, it's a thing. Like, is it that big of a difference between Scotch and bourbon and whiskey? I mean, like American whiskey. It is that big of a difference, I guess.
Oh yeah.
For me, it's like
there's a big difference.
The beers, though.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
There's so many different types of styles of beer, and they all depend on your mood.
Okay.
And there are sometimes I try a Scotch and I'm not in the right mind for it at all. And then sometimes you're like, oh, this is hitting everything I feel for the day and it's top notch.
Gotcha. All right. Well, there you go. Andy, you have any Scotch in your house?
I don't.
Scotch.
I have some single malt whiskeys, but they're not technically classified as Scotch. So,
okay. All right.
Yeah,
hey, you know what? I mean, Scott, are you a big Scotch fan or no?
I am getting into it a little bit, but trying to stay away from it just because it's another category and more money.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I don't need another vice.
So
don't limit yourself, Scott.
Exactly.
I'm trying to limit my wallet.
Hold on. Peter
you have a PayPal button?
Peter Bierman. So do you drink whiskey as well, like American whiskey and bourbon? You're all over the place.
Oh yeah, whatever I can get my hands on. Okay. I've also got myself a little Jack Daniel's rye whiskey.
Okay.
My dad picked up, and 90 proof, and it's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's very easy to drink. It's not. I think if you like that,
hold on.
Chris, try the George Dickel rye. It's pretty easy to get. It's cheap and it's ridiculously tasty. It's also Tennessee whiskey, but nice. I think it's dynamite for the price. Scott, I don't know your thoughts on that, but I love the George Dickel rye. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a chat from Craft Beer Reviews. Finished a glass, and You cannot steal Monica from us, by the way. So. I don't know because she's great. So
I started off as a moderator before I even had content on my channel.
But you just keep doing it. You'll get a maybe Monica. She's a great person.
Any day besides Tuesday.
There you
keep working. You'll get a Monica. That's fantastic.
Keep at it.
Keep at it.
But it's fun.
Go get them.
See, look, Monica. Everybody else recognizes how great you are already. So look at that. Go check out our channel. Go on her and view her.
Or better yet,
the nightcap show.
We're going to wrap up here soon, and when we do, we're going to go over and we're going to invade Monica's live stream, which is a lot of fun. We had a good time last week, so we're going to go over again.
So let me ask
you guys should all come.
Yes, everybody come over there. We'll be wrapping up probably in about 15. I don't know how many minutes, Andy. 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't know how many minutes. Soon. What's next week? What do we want to do next week?
Well, actually, comment. People put in the chat box what whiskey you would like us to review next week.
Oh yeah, where was that one?
List whiskey.
It's probably expensive.
So I feel like you guys need to review your Elijah Craig a little more. You just said you liked him.
I love this. Andy, what Bourbon County Stout? There was a big Elijah Craig presence. Was it last year or the year before? It was the year before where Elijah Craig was all over Bourbon County Stout, right?
2 years ago.
Yeah. They were fantastic beers too.
I will say I thought, and actually Craft Beer Reviews, Finish the Glass, said this earlier. They watched our 17, 18, and 19 reviews, and they really liked that. I will say I still think the 17 is the best of the lot of the Bourbon County Stouts that we did, and I thought the 19 was was pretty solid. But I will say I think 2 years ago was their best overall lot of variants, Todd. But we get giddy around November. We do so many bourbon barrel aged beers, and we just throw out more content then than we ever have before. What you got there?
John Hill, my friend John Hill, he's drinking some Michener.
Michter's.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm not the bourbon guy here. I brew beer.
Have you guys done Four Roses yet?
Oh no, but Andy,
funny story about Four Roses. They're a staple.
10 worst.
I got their single barrel
for
the first time about a month ago because I had never had a single thing by Four Roses, and it did not last long at all. It was absolutely delicious. So I have number 2 upstairs that has just been cracked. So I would be happy to do Four Roses.
I take it you like that, Beer Beerman.
Ooh, it's good.
Oh yeah, have you tried the single malt?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It's ridiculously good.
Oh
yeah, it's fantastic.
That was so smooth, and for the price, it was so worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Andy.
But yeah, I had the same problem. I went through the bottle way too fast.
Yeah, well, Andy does that a lot, don't you, Andy?
Yeah,
Hey, here's something real quick. Craft Beer Reviews, Finish the Glass mentioned no one ever does top 10 worst. We actually kind of did that with the best and worst sports moments of our lives.
You know what though? Top 10 worst artists for us would be fun.
That would be fun. I like where they're going.
Like music.
I like it. Yeah. Oh, sure.
We might have to do that.
That's actually a good way because eventually we're going to run out of top 10. Well, there's top 10 forever.
Yeah, you can go on forever, but we're
going to go on forever, right?
I like that. We've had some cool ideas. So DJ Big George actually said he called me this week. He said, it'd be fun if you guys did a 2-part series one time. Top 10 heroes and villains, like 1 week heroes, 1 week villains. That'd be fun too. So we have a lot of ideas coming up that we'll.
I'd love for
even the same week and do the villain and hero pair because I think that's even. You can't have a good villain without a good hero.
Yeah,
right.
I like
it.
Point. That is a very good point.
Don't worry, we have enough content that we can keep going for a while to bother people every Tuesday.
Guys, I will be from Ocean City, Maryland, on the balcony of 112th Street.
So what I'm predicting is by 9:30, Todd has kicked off.
Not at all.
Neighbor complaints.
Not at all.
Waking up the kids.
Not at all.
So I will need some co-hosts next week. So you guys just be ready to hit the button and come on and join me live when Todd gets booted next week.
What's up? What's up, Chris? What do we got there, Monica? What do we got? Oh, geez. There's me brewing. That's cold. So here's the thing. The next brew I'm doing, and Beer Beerman, have you ever done a sour?
No, I'm doing a seltzer right now.
So, oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Hard seltzer, huh? How was that?
Yeah.
Do that? Oh, it doesn't
I don't
sound
know yet.
good.
It
So
is definitely not my taste, but
Yeah.
I'm doing it for all the ladies in my life.
No, but I love fruited sours. This is gonna be a blackberry cobbler sour.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so I'm
Hey,
getting
Grant.
vanilla. I'm getting cinnamon. I'm getting brown sugar and a bunch of blackberry puree. All right, and Grant McIntosh. Wow, there's a blast from the past. That guy is awesome, and I haven't seen him in a while. Cheers. You know, Monica. You know Grant?
Yeah, Grant's my buddy.
Yeah,
He's
awesome
the worm
dude.
guy.
Yeah, really.
Worm.
I know that. He does great live streams too. I haven't been on in a while. But anyway, so I'm going to try that. I'm going to inoculate my wart probably, well, I don't know when yet. I got to find it. You know, you have to inoculate with the bacteria, your wart, and then you have to boil it and then put in your yeast. So, anyway, I'm getting off tangent. Very boring. But that's
Todd, this is riveting. Bourbon Bounty did say we'll go back to inoculation of wart real soon. But Bourbon Bounty also said that maybe some wild turkey reviews, a rare breed versus a long brand's first Kentucky Spirit. That is
I like it.
I like that. I got to pick up the Kentucky Spirit, but I've got the Long Branch upstairs. I have not opened yet, and
we love the rare breed. I know that.
Rare breed's a good pour. That's a really
that
good
video did good for us too. We had just started doing whiskey reviews, and
you need Russell's Reserve in there, which will win it out of all of them.
Oh,
yeah.
Wasn't that you were drinking last week, Scott?
Yep.
Were you on the Russells?
Yep.
Yeah.
What were you drinking? I have the 10-year upstairs. Is that what you were drinking? The 10-year?
Yeah, it was a store pick. I think from Total Wine I was drinking last week.
Nice. Well,
he's Grant McIntosh is not
the Big Red's about gone, by the way, Scott.
Oh, I was going to ask you if you tried the Big Red yet.
It's delicious. It's really good. Todd, I'll drink yours for you.
Oh, he's
anyway,
delicious.
Grant Mac. If anybody's Grant, he's a great hunter trapper. He used to have great live streams. And
all right, he is on mute. Monica, hold on, right? See there, Monica's muted.
Monica?
Poor Monica.
Andy.
Oh, she made a tear face, and that makes me feel bad.
Oh no, I was making him number one with that too.
Peter Bierman. Let me ask you this.
Looking me off. That's
Andy.
better. Keep it around.
Peter Bierman. Chris, you're a home brewer, a beer reviewer. Have you done any reviews of whiskeys on your channel?
I did that.
Yeah.
Peanut butter whiskey that came out a few months back.
And did that do a good on your review count? I bet it did, didn't it? No,
it did. It just I
would.
shot up to like 1,100 views on that one.
That's great. Dang it, Andy. See, we got to get those things. That's a good video.
I had no idea why. I was like,
because
it was so random.
Everyone's searching for it because people would drink it.
I like it.
Yeah. See that? Dang it. Oh well, I missed the boat on that one, Andy.
But I got to cut off. So good seeing you all. Thanks for letting me come on.
Always a pleasure, man. You come back.
Bye, Bearden.
Cheers, buddy. Good seeing you, man.
Have a good one.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Throw that link in there one more time.
All right,
So, Andy, what do we got for next week then?
Next week, no, we don't. But I will say this: I know that we have had a lot of people asking for a hairband series, so that's going to be
Nina's here. Nina Yordy's here.
And Nina came on last week. It was good. How you been, Nina?
Hopefully she's been good. If she wants to come on, we can go for a couple more minutes, right? Is that bad? No, I know we're going to go to Monica soon, so I don't want to steal from Monica's channel. Scott, are you good with going over to Monica's for a little bit?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll send you the link via email so you guys don't have to go through.
Well, do you want to put any information up, Monica, on where to find?
Yeah, I might do that, Monica. Well,
I'll put my own channel up there.
You can do that.
The best channel in the world. I'm just kidding.
That's right.
What's my channel?
yeah,
I'm catching up.
There you go. Nina, great. You're doing good. Hopefully you've had a great week.
Top 10 dads tonight.
Dads.
Which is fun.
Maybe we should do TV moms next week, Andy. Or another. That'd be a good one. TV moms could be on there. There's plenty of moms out there on TV.
That would be an easy one.
It would be very easy. The list are.
Oh, when I pitched that idea on Mother's Day, Todd shot me down, so we didn't.
Well, I can be.
He
wrong.
wasn't feeling it in May. He's feeling it in June.
I'm wrong, Andy. You know what? I'm wrong. I admit tonight was fun, and I messed up. Okay, thanks for pointing that out for everybody to hear.
Oh, you didn't need to do that, but you're very welcome.
All right, Nina. Next week we expect to see you on. That's good. We don't know what the list will be, but did we figure out what whiskey we're gonna do? I don't think we have.
No, we haven't. We didn't get a lot of
I think Four Roses is a good one.
I think Four Roses might be good. That might be a really nice one to do. Let me see here. Nightcap stream, all are welcome. Yeah, so Monica's there's Monica's. If you guys want to keep this conversation rolling and go over to Monica's, we are going to sign off in a few and then go over, check out Monica's stream. Scott's going to join us. Todd and I will be there for a little bit.
Yep.
TV duos. Oh, I like that. That's a good one.
Nina,
That's
very good.
On our list. That's a good call. I like that. We'll put it on our list. Yeah.
Perfect Strangers.
My Two Dads. We could have done that tonight. Do you remember that show? Yeah.
Yes.
There's all kinds of good ones we could come up with. I like it. How do I get Alf into TV duos, Todd?
Well, he snuck Alf into the best sitcoms.
Alf, Ducks, all that shit. How does he get that?
Alf and the Cat.
Oh, sorry.
Grant, before you go, it's great to see you, man. I hope y'all is well and you're doing well up there, man. Cheers, buddy.
Grant, come by my stream, buddy.
Yep. All right, so Monica's is up. So you guys come by. Scott, we will see you over there. Thank you again, man, for everything. We appreciate it. Your insight is invaluable.
Best.
He's our bourbon
Hey,
guru.
Scott, real quick before we leave, are you going down to the beach anytime soon?
I will be there in about a week and a half.
4th of July? I'll be there, man. In July, I'm there almost all. So let's hook up.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Can you guys send? Oops.
Oh, what's your name?
Can you send Robot Scott? I sent you guys the link for StreamYard. Can you send it to Scott?
I sure will. Yep.
Do that
I'll do it right now.
All right. Thank you, Scott. All right, Monica, we'll see you in about a couple seconds. We're going to sign off here, and then we will see you over there.
Thanks, everyone in the chat. It's been a fun night, and we will see you again next Tuesday, right, Andy?
Yeah, man. This is it's been fun. So
I was wrong. I was wrong. You were right. That was good. You know,
it's all right. It's all good. I think we'll keep doing this for a while, and we'll keep getting better.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And,
I mean, what else we got to do, right?
Get up tomorrow. Will be fun.
Well, let's go to Monica's, have a nightcap, and then we can go to bed.
Just for fun, one more time.
Beer.
I could watch that all night.
You know, and I'm glad. How good is Monica that she gave us just a super sticker just to show that video?
Just
Andy. So next week, her name's going to go across this thing the entire time because she was the only super chat tonight.
That's right.
She was the only one.
Super
Monica all night long. What are we missing? You guys are still Ocean. You're the best too. We love Ocean too. He's the best. Check him out.
Go check out. This is Monica's link. If you guys are still on with us, go check out her nightcap. We're going to probably rehydrate, head over, and join her in a few seconds. So, but thank you again, Todd. Happy Father's Day again, my friend.
You too, buddy. It's been fun.
We'll see you next week, guys.
All right, sounds good, buddy. Cheers, everybody. All right.